no qualifier je ochi Nigeria na osha Nigeria and your point 1 oko point 2 Benin betima qualify so obo draw me patro betima qualify na ebasadia just South Africa and Rwanda at South Africa Eshano nasa South Africa kolusu nasa Benin Nigeria omukenu kwa draw Benin a qualify and what South Africa onusu betima qualify se South Africa be qualifier or bompaye just me patro defeat number ama bibia so ekene se Nigeria almost no Benin lose to Nigeria no nasa Nigeria echi Benin esha omudia na South Africa actually want to supona bibia betwa kama at the ama South Africa no so qualify ko Nigeria so betima qualify se omuchi Benin esha womo na South Africa asu entme win Rwanda Nigeria ever qualify na nya qualify keke this Nigeria actually Benin esha 3-0 se Benin betima about Nigeria ever qualify just a 1 Rwanda Asha South Africa and near 1 and Nigeria do watch Benin Asha 3-0 and San Nigeria betima qualifier with 2 qualifying groups now yeah group tables now yeah so far Romo the last round of air qualifying matches now Romo Africa groups now group A you Egypt or Egypt on the points now what then Egypt so far or 23 points on the qualification waje Burkina Faso or a second 18 points Sierra Leone 12 points Guinea-Bissau or 10 points and Ethiopia or 9 points Djibouti at that 1 point group B you Senegal also 21 points you DR Congo or 19 points you Sudan or 13 points you Togo 7 points Mauritania or 7 points South Sudan or 4 points group C you Benin Hall or 17 points South Africa or 15 points Nigeria or 14 points Rwanda or 11 points Lesotho or 9 points Zimbabwe or 5 points Kokutia your Cape Verde or more 20 points Cameroon 18 points Libya 15 Angola 11 Mauritius 5 Eswatini or more 3 points Kokutia your Morocco or 21 points for qualify your Niger or no our Mpacho 2 points Tanzania our 10 points Zambia 9 points Congo 1 point Eritrea as to any point we are or more and Katago or more than the whipping team or your Ivory Coast or more 23 points your Gabon or more 22 points your Kenya or more 12 points your Gambia or more 10 points your Burundi or more 10 points Seychelles or many points we are until a race between Ivory Coast and Gabon and no any Durham the last round of group games and that's qualifiers now group G Asamoah Algeria 22 points Uganda as for 18 points Mozambique 15 points Guinea 14 points Botswana 9 points Somalia as for 1 point group H your Tunisia or 25 points for qualified your Namibia or 15 points your Liberia or 14 points your Malawi or 10 points your Equatorial Guinea or 10 points Sao Tome and Principe only point we are and Romo Ghana group I Ghana Dikai with 22 points Madagascar 19 points your Mali or 15 points Comoros 15 points Central African Republic 5 points and a chart also me patro 1 point all mami Ademola Lukman wakasa about me patro crucial gamer papa game Benin Ademola Lukman report amete as a game against Benin where out on Timobi and no suspension after a yellow card Ademola Lukman esu enya no ama suspended the crucial encounter the crucial qualifier of the Benin people in so the yellow card against Lesotho and no the tower ye jam a big blow were instrumental Edma Super Eagles campaign so Biabe Kama na mami Victor Simen and after the game video no Fabia Son Croffer and what game pan and a Victor Simen Efra Nigeria plus and teammate and Omar team top Victor Osimhen and Ekasa and the Super Eagles of Nigeria players now ahead of Sir Elko Akopo Nigeria Omni Benin and Ebako Akopo a crucial qualifier and Osimhen and Bryson Kasa massa determination zeal power passion Mama Yemfemram and Alata Osimhen and Bryson team come and no Edeba na Mami Nigeria Omukocha Eric Seku Shell Wakasa was it the Biomu Philip pressure so Omubakam a brand on Besha World Cup qualifiers national was a press Super Eagles of Nigeria on Papa Cup as was Shema Wokra a Conwokano a yana people so a yana pressure to almost names was say winner and against Lesotho a 2-1 winner a mess Omuchitinapa a Mama Life a Chesampa Nigeria on Petma qualify for Pemota World Cup now was in playing against Benin the certain number of goals was in Nigeria or almost and now good on pay Jumano Pompire support to the Baba was say at dinner day when we said Benin for a person winners there no Eric Seku Shell when Nigeria manager was say Benin a person winner just so a person World Cup and to get a best and and you somebody to go now my Benin coach cannot Roy and maybe come no coach in Nigeria or Peko in Nigeria or former coach no cannot Roy as Wakasa was say Omolusu two important players against Nigeria come on Nigeria Papa two important players I just said because of yellow card Omuntimi MOP now was say possible as so far South Africa Benin Nigeria or Bia Petra qualify now say no more decision as so you know just identity omunsam little advantage omunya 1-0 win omunya winipa and your qualify tonsa and the Benin akomfo Benin abosomfo Benin asofo Benin obia and sorry nyina na so Benin kamofo mun twetasba and was say at least 1-0 win omukonya let me piasu kama was say adeno ayaden omupeko no makoko win mame Bafana coach Hugo Bruce now Hugo Bruce akasa was said Adeno enu omunsam biem South Africa was say qualify enu omunsam biem was say it becomes even more difficult now and we some Hugo Bruce and the two Adeno no ye den at the amawama now it's not 100% lost at the enyanyiraye enyanchinsamom was say we might also need a miracle was say omubehia and Sanchane and the Petima Moma qualify was a sad night for us. Sankomutimi winning Atenenra against Zimbabwe and Kaniche Papa was a sad night as well at the moment after the game and Hugo Bruce at the Sansan Atuga not mommy and the games are a Petro Church in Africa and the World Cup qualifiers now a PM Masua Pipa a China Pitoga a Chaba 1 PM Zambia Bonigel Chad, Central African Republic, and you 4 p.m. Burkina Faso, Ethiopia, at 7 p.m. Djibouti, Sierra Leone, at 7 p.m. Egypt, Guinea-Bissau, and we at 7 p.m. Ghana, Comoros, at 7 p.m. Normally, absolutely Madagascar, as we at the Primso, and we at 7 p.m. Now, Aubameyang, the record no day, and Gabon against the Gambia, Gabon, it me a winning air 4-3 away. Now Aubameyang part of 4 goals now. O Janano Emperor 4 goals. 4 goals on a sending your way and Okodi red card. A Rosempa and Atu Gabomano at the age of 36. Aubameyang, Portuma, who are 36-year-old Aubameyang, Onya Dese also down 8 goals in 8 games for club and country, and no edit the last 8 games for Olympic Marseille and Gabon. The last 8 games was 8 goals. Aubameyang not my Europe, no a European German World Cup qualification yemfa resource to Dwanra so emfa emamom enwa Kazakhstan actually Liechtenstein abom 4-0 Belgium North Macedonia abom 0-0 Sweden enwa Victor Jokeres mo omutina fie ama Switzerland abom 2-0 Iceland actually from Ukraine abom 5-3 enwa Kosovo and Slovenia abom 0-0 okopem Northern Ireland, Slovakia, abom 2-0. France, Azerbaijan, abom 3-0. Now Romo France game now, and what Mbappe at Tottenham, Adra Rapel at Tottenham, and set substitute Florent Thauvin added a third goal. Person Sudama friend of Germany, highlighting him Philip Kakram, and Roma Germany, Bohom against Luxembourg. Now came to not German team now winning 4-0. Now Enra Bana your friend Patrick David Ron Ebro Friki Tottenham and no and a Dasonon and watching a penalty Bama skipper Joshua Kame at the Tottenham a bear commands and a Sergeant Aubrey at the third goal and Joshua Kame at the fourth goal as to Eba and no and a Dasonon a red card in the court at Dima Luxembourg and a Dima penalty in him and no Joshua Kame and the Atom skipper at the die Mannschaft of Germany or no and a Datum goes name Philip Kakra or my bread Nagas man and the price on my bread papa who trap me patch or bow no previous at home as soon as Tanchain and we are set no brain no and no on your antenna to 2 years on my third goal and now Quebec Piabe Kama no Piasu Dampa Sincrede not Germany and the third goal the fourth goal papa no Piaswa Yakama at the Amachama next team now with the F for papa you go away and in Namana Penta boy and him coming pa na Joshua coming at the Twatem Piaswa Yakama and no Edeba ye checham Edamabo not David Ron on Ratney Fiki no day or try image version Babiana Dapa what the born at Twatenama not dinner day and no Edesia ye chechamon as to Adama with Madino so not me patron my man of the match a quad my foreign vet or Pemo Liverpool one team more dinner one team for born in Tottenham so Pemo German next team your penny friend Florent vet or to the ball at Tottenham or no any man of the match as so game bra who can imagine watching man of the match award MVP or Jerry Piaswa Yakama and no air Florent vet Nidia a toga as no na Piaswa Yakama and no Edeba I change I'm breaking it down not yet touching it down no you're knocking it down as so Adama with Matinom you're breaking on down my memory of Enro France or Mukem Eswet to me pass or now before France or Mukem Epetoja or Roma somewhat untinty already Metamau as so I retire now before the game I just said or Mu Anano or Mu Epe tribute as so Atman's video in the bar Ubon Sampa someone tint or Mu pay tribute to now not young Abra or Mu Epe tribute as so Adamano or all pitch and so now Omuchasa 2018 World Cup now Oka the heroes are winning 2018 World Cup Petoja our Russia at Dima France no and now was so retire Omu Barabaso Omu man citation Omu pay tribute Adma the big Sam and you someone Tinti and I know Omu pay before the game now Manitama or Shesha players now or Rich United with the players and Mbappe and Akoton and no players no France next team come Omu na wa too Achama be Piaswa to be a kama and no and a down someone Tinti picks up and I'm running next year ye church I'm breaking it down as for Adama Motmadian so not Mame Poina or Bodman Crystal Palace Jean Philippe Mateta and Bueno so ever born the first game at my France a brass substitution El Coso not Jean Philippe Matata as we Paperam na be Piaswa Yakama be at the Tamanua or Tim Bombay who go Ikitiki as we didn't from the boy to Makaka na Dembele and Bradley Bacola and Ranom so our pitch and so na Omu El Shebi or Ocha report Amete as Senra Omu game no babia PS omsomaka Park de Prince and Park de Prince and another game etoja na demete esebi biabe kama against Azerbaijan and on be game biaso fire and no edeba na anu akele Mbappe mami video and some picture watching pattern at the ball na kwakoto atenam and no Mbappe mpacho so far or point to mabapa watching pattern and son of the ball no kwakoto atenam bia kon anu ye Mr. Mbappe na France on first goal and Mbappe jibona pa nipa 10 no wa show mo atuma no the ball no akwa to atenam no Mbappe so far there are 12 goals the last 10 games what ball etama club and country Mbappe so far France national team no for Real Madrid the last 10 games was 12 goals I'm a big kama Mpacho against Azerbaijan was a goal against Villarreal was a goal assist was a 3 goals for Patrick against Carrot Almonte and was a goal against Atletico Madrid was 2 goals against Levante against Espanyol and so she go or 2 against Olympic Marseille or she go assist against Real Sociedad and was she go assist against Iceland or she go against Ukraine and was Sadia Piasso of a black camera unstoppable Mbappe na Mbappe and no mamitema na me pacho also ese omunyin film na wanya no continue to aso the video na abrana opanyini no edawo wo all signal ma me video nice one na microphone hwe Mbappe na tenase no wo signal wo so ntimi to aso emadwuma biem amo ensesa no Mbappe enya discomfort against Azerbaijan won the photo so far wo film straight and wo kokora etana no of the pitch me bia kama no Mbappe o free French national team camp no wo be pemo Real Madrid na o for treatment and Mbappe de fro no na Didier Deschamps akasa about Mbappe ninjuna wo plan campa wo frose Mbappe enya blow wo babia na wo pra abra no Madrid babia pra no boy no enya knock out na wo say ma boy no pains no confirm obepiem wo France national team camp na babi ni yaw no confirm kakra na so Mbappe wo say ekonya knock no babia pra no ko brim akobom ama esai eba no ntino mama no kwan ese omra back or Madrid no ma di treatment na bia enya kama no ededa ma me games beto to Europe and the World Cup qualifiers Latvia Andorra and your 1 p.m. Hungary Armenia no 4 p.m. Norway Israel 4 p.m. and Bulgaria Turkey Estonia Italy Portugal Ireland Serbia Albania and Spain Georgia na urama ochina games betoga Europe San Marino Cyprus Faroe Island Czech Republic Netherlands China Finland 4 p.m. Scotland China Belarus and China 4 p.m. na Scotland Belarus na Croatia Gibraltar na Denmark Greece Lithuania Poland na Romania Austria and China games betoga and Gattuso at me one in the team no was team relax abrom Estonia was it derby and was some qualify or may automatically was some qualification was some mathematics the Italy won the qualification or president said to an some Italy and young qualify were one in the place in Yafena on band direct Estonia on Be and yes Gattuso there to go or Riccardo Calafiori Asukasayem was it we can't afford to miss another World Cup was it the last 2 editions of World Cup now Italy and Timmy Anko na Riccardo Calafiori was it now in the new one where enjoying Papa just so many freedom or to be the best footballer or bet my ball no Chidema Passan on my befa so at the Amawama Mami Portugal national team camp Ronaldo brand one Roberto Martinez manager 18 come up na normal training section before some bear training na CR7 head of any gamer Papa na one Roberto Martinez so 18 come up omo church omo adwene omo yesade no ma epeko no ma pefa mame abra no have fun so Ronaldo on se bebia obeko bia no e sa agro no eba se de beya ebema nkoda no kwan na omatima ba nti Ronaldo enu a ono so emeki fan abana training no so etoga some the video no to soma wa bon sampa bibia so ededa na akwa kama eno ededa pama so a ye jeja Ronaldo making fun training and yade ama motuma de so aron sama paswa Felix eno wanye training ye kobusaya Portugal football federation as well Felix the entire one year training experience I am also Fakye until I went to any training na ukoma Bruno Fernandes and the pre-match ni toga na ojina butin komo pe you bisa no top a possible move to Saudi Arabia no bibia betu ampaso na was a scenario way impossible to imagine na debia mu bisa na we honest person or can as at the chairman, I have no idea if there is any truth to it. Sat Mokeka, said Yami passes in the Panaway pair, Oberomo Saudi, when him Sayano Cre, Sayano Cre, Monkeka Jamoka, your Pusasa woke up a reason to Saudi to move, or turning it down. Bruno said, I didn't rule out a move to Saudi Arabia because of the World Cup, and your World Cup in team, and a Saudi to move or turning it down, and your Bruno Fernandes. And I was saying, on your besides, walk up on my page, and I didn't want to call the dream is on when you walk up or say, or more to come out fast, and say, or more a pressure, not on what we normal qualify, or more walk up on Benson Bettimaje, or say a short tournament like this. I no more pino, a few will suit me with a Kakabia, with me a rich fana, the Biaswaya Kama, and your Bruno Summer, what they are to Gaia Jejamo, a Jamami Kaka. World Cup qualification results or CONCACAF World Cup results in here and Suriname as well Guatemala 1-1 Bermuda as my Trinidad and Tobago bomb 3-0 and Curacao na omutrafia Jamaica Cameroon 20 Nicaragua Haiti born 3-0 Honduras and Costa Rica 0-0 Okopema Yanko na friendly games toga yenye wonchuma emamam Japan Paraguay eko 0-0 we patch Argentina Venezuela Argentina we patch Venezuela bomb 1-0 Giovanni Lesoso and Sago USA and Ecuador 1-1 Grenada so a game no on Cuba Petrogane na Roma Japan Paraguay eko 2-2 South Korea etoma Brazil bomb 5-0 and watch Uruguay so etna Dominican Republic Kappa Common 20 Jordan etna firma Bolivia abashane Kappa Common 20 Russia Iran upon 2-1 Chile Peru upon 2-1 Canada etoma Australia abashane Kappa kwa 1-20 na mame Franco Mastantuano Argentina two friendly games airborne the camp pako by no so far the meeting set we the left tie and to mama all for Argentina national team camp abe Real Madrid na wapa abe na bia kaman almost a muscular overload and a boy nenya and your Franco Mastantuano where muscular overload and almost when your left tie and two friendly games papa boy no entimi mobi boy ni entry sakai eno edepa o mo jano kwan o free national team camp abe pemo Madrid no agi treatment eno edepa Argentina o mo line up the boy against Venezuela say ananet goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez edemom Celso Molina boy Cristian Romero Marcos Senesi Nicolas Tagliafico Enzo Fernandez Leandro Paredes Giovanni Lesoso Nico Paz Lautaro Martinez Julian Alvarez, Lino Scaloni, Mrantiano, and no Edetia, Yatima Mami Messi, were Argentina camp. Na me pacho and no oba stadium ebe mamna rival Argentina Messi ebe kemipi na rival no na bia so ye kama aba Messi by Argentina and Venezuela war Hard Rock Stadium or the family ne yere ne nkwada no e no don ba ye e ma bia ye ka Messi na kuntunkuni na uramo bebusa say ye den e na Messi ekopie mo ho ni nyan se Lino Scaloni so ma Messi akonya ese onko na omo game on papa ne na against Atalanta na Inter Miami and Atalanta on wie pe obesa baba na game against Puerto Rico on Tuesday. Messi abebobi at the Argentina omo national team na Messi and Nkwadano Messi no the Hampulio Messi wetin Nkwadano super so Messi ni Nkwadano de Nkwadano pa ne nkyɛn na Messi no mu top pictures Messi mu ma me cry Nkwadano dem I say yes no Nkwadano me pa mo asem me yada wo mo no Japan Messi departure Abra Free Stadium Eswako any after the game Messi ko and ye church am breaking it down Eswo Ajama mutuma je so na Vini Junior so kasa no after omo South Korea Abra mo me part of 5-0 no was say Opakaya Carlo Ancelotti manager bia o man confidence o man ashas was say anta Carlo Ancelotti o perform better o ye 20 pa o coach o man confidence o ye 20 o be play Brazil national team masa dwane ye any day and we some run any two down can no game on boy na 7 junior Paduma Rodrigo Padua Esteban Willian o mo to 20 na basa abra Esteban Willian show too Rodrigo ball too and a boy na ye friend Vini Junior na ba ku ka o man qualify na Rodrigo say I want to a difficult period and yet Rodrigo no was say o difficult period them now a new person now a new player or person improve on the page not be player kama go sleeper be player kama near Rodrigo no na mama me patron and Israel only no way I had the supporters no a protest Jamete answer uko Roma I had just woke up qualifiers no outside the masha send on protest now protesters no and one chant slogan no free Palestine and boycott Israel free Palestine and boycott Israel in Tekaka. Ahead of NP game, Piano said team now, I was so rusted on other game. Now create training and Israel, Roman Mukwe training and protesters and Kofa Petra Stadium and protest them free Palestine. Boycott Israel and a protest them and not game no massive crowd a protest already they are two and him a second on person and Italy apple ya just said probably 16,000 best 6,000 bill Romo inside the stadium no bet 10,000 bill outside the stadium no I'm protesting Israel no mami tani omo akopra I was Spain national team camp omo akopra on the left and wakopra na orano jamete and sa obaretene and ya opium Barcelona am a biaso ye kama ne no oba na ukoroma jamete ese omo osofa no ma aye difficult moment ajamano classico betting so openya biabo na eno na ukoroma opayin no me pacho from Leipzig pesi Barcelona eno na dasono number of days wo pra watrata nchem utwa season 2021-2022 with Leipzig what ran 99 days because of Prague went to Nsiakai what 2022-2023 with Leipzig and also 86 days what ran China went to Nsiakai now and so Prague 2023-2024 with Leipzig and also 114 days and what ran China because of injury went to Nsiakai from Leipzig or Roma Barcelona 2024-2025 pesi samre 71 days and what chair want to ensiakai nina pra dodona eseba na over friend Victor Lozano was still with La Fuente when Paponine or Prepra Barcelona players no edika okopra Pedri opra Gavi wopra Lamine Shama and De La Fuente asia pra Dani Olmo want to destroy Wamusa Sayan was says Barcelona a dangerous person Edmond Barcelona Bema Barca players no from Omuko pen wakopra womo no say at Womaba and no edge dona no Barcelona basketball team no Omusia kana one Garcia and refan Eric Garcia ekopem and a confirmation by say you kopisa goalkeeper one Garcia say oh brother bay was say about 1 month time and San Opepa ama confirmation about say your burden say a classico on the 26th October obetumaba no waba be been try out say 1 month and Opepa dia we're out and yet the games are want to MOP against Girona Olympiacos Real Madrid Elche Club Brugge and a Celta Vigo games when now goalkeeper one Garcia want to MOP now my injury update on Barcelona over players from Dabe and Omopa Femi Lopez out for 1 week or called for 1 week our bar Lamine Shama out for 1 to 2 weeks Rafinha out for 1 to 2 weeks Dani Olmo out for 3 weeks Juan Garcia out for 1 month Test again out for 3 months and Nuna Gavi out for Mepacho and also 5 months and you Barcelona dia Doya Dima Mame Aquadano and no Gilberto Mora Uromo under 70 Mexico Oma Corefan Mexican Pedri so for teams are show interest on Aquadano Barcelona Sanso and Real Madrid PSG, Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Oko Walker Panda Twenta, Eguso Todo Chile Akudano, or Mabapa, na David Dalaba, on the future to say, was so say after World Cup, and Opeme final decision, Dreams of Bako America, Akopo MLS, no, your present Saturday was a remand for young man contract renewal, Omni Nkomo, and Tobeto Team Piano Betman negotiate with Team Piano from January, as well. And no edge dawa ye jamo me patro the reconstruction cup Felix Metoda El Benghazi International Stadium El Libya na Atletico Madrid and Inter Milan and the Pimswenra na sa the reconstruction cup etimi baso 90 minutes 1-1 and a penalties Atletico Madrid winning 4-2 on penalties dita Inter o twa omon penalties Uromane Santuan Griezmann abone dia aso shad malet ko madu koke sano Matoro Gary ashane de Omar Jana asha Clement Lenglet na sa Clement Lenglet shane de enti koke and send them from 5 players on kwana say oko Intamlana Mato Venturini ashane de and Mato Lavelli aso shane de Luis Enrique say and Francesco Acerbi aso asane de and that's why Atletico Madrid and the reconstruction cup Libya omuna jima Pierre Kama and the Chelsea legends and the Liverpool legends about game 3 p.m. and was Stamford Bridge now Chelsea legends arrival and that's all Chelsea pa o my producer players akom ko amna kentrawo place way and on me pay more Stamford Bridge going to Copan now Roberto Di Matteo on the Pecochi and the Chelsea legends on the Liverpool legends I'm a Pierre Kama now Roman Pacho Manina so a JT John Terry so Akasa now John Terry say a great to be back now Uresa dressing room now also what now to a Chelsea dressing room papa Nanya just was sababo Saba pitch no so besiaka was so benya fan today na bia so ayekama no ensama o Dedra Gary Carroll so kasafa Diego Costa was oluku quite sharp and no training no me no was na Diego Costa eluku quite sharp now was still by a madman now bottom 17 kroye na so a great guy and Gary Carroll sama wadi atuda na mami Joshua Zagze ni nan so boy no Jamaica wadi United pen for Dinkomo, upon the situation, or so per more playing time. And so per World Cup, the message obet me a Cologne, obet me Fitima from Manchester United. No, a Cologne, Celebea, obey more playing time. Oko in Tamlana, Bissek, Jean Bissek. Now, Jean Bissek, so far, now someone no buy 40 million euros, 40 by Intanton. I'm going to say the 20 to 25. Jimmy, I'm patron, buying so far. Minister, this is one on our farm, one put just 157 minutes. And Bissek, as what team about was so our person could German national team. Not on your walk up in Tobasram, say, or Petima Co January, or more patron, with the 20 to 25 million euros, 24 all by in Tamilan, Apache Ama also Kusia Kantamal. Now Mike Mignon, a goalkeeper, and you will say a similar future to say, also same common or my posse, or my contract renewal, or my posse kakra, say Jamiso Petimiako, or my AC Milan, at Domania Chemo Caglari, goalkeeper, Enia Capriel, or MON-FRI, Monsa, a Petima Kama Biaya Kama, no Marcos Lorente. Ena me pacho odin sempia tuda na Marcos Llorente ne buza nso pagine no ma pine tuda na urama me pacho sim beating Real Madrid eno ena more than sa me pacho be pasa o so model ni chupa ase so be tima ni din ade aye Barcelona o say I enjoy beating Real Madrid more than I enjoy beating Barcelona eno some o ja tuda na mame emfama ase uraba like no Scaloni eno buza nso pagine ni sia Uma Messi kwa odini 2 mina kwa yana wasi da bi onwa na ma Messi kwa na Messi kwa na opese oteste Lautaro Martinez and boy never the Julian Alvarez no Slim Gabriel Lopez no sutina page na oteste o motwe se Messi ni wa sai and Argentina ni mu hono eso ebeye enu ensem odia tuga aye jetam Enzo Fernandez eso ekasai after some winning against Venezuela ewo Miami was say achieve the last achieve World Cup no no pin achieve or saw somebody too much no concentration echo adia eba World Cup enche beto dano concentration team koso na bia so kama enu yansema Enzo Fernandez edia tuga na ya the NBA awie basketball ya the way man Portland Trail Blazers more resource on say NBA preseason egusua total na uroma benefit Jeremy Grant abaduma papa bia so fine na ultra game Portland Trail Blazers so the Sacramento Kings Sacramento Kings more resource na no den na ultra na team of Portland mutina fie Sacramento so ewini 1-2-4 against 1-2-3 resource appeal no say Portland Trail Blazers at Sacramento Kings entromo bia kama and watching me patrol mama San Antonio Spurs so preseason results no from San Antonio Spurs fie and Utah Jazz and a boy Bernard San Antonio winning 134 against 130 and your results total and Roma Philadelphia 76ers as for any Orlando Magic and a boy say Philadelphia tifie Orlando Magic winning 128 against 98 and your preseason game Serbia it's also an Roma Toronto Raptors etinafie Braga Boston Celtics na banner Toronto Raptors 107 against 105 Boston Celtics no edge doye church amutiamamo brand ko yenyina so na ensama odwa na Saturday no pai your bob one woman in semono Fakye TV so you're breaking it down touching it down knocking it down I change am your pono your fancia na international ABOU DIABY any team for dia kanyina ento so emamo.
All right, so that can say a for Malu talking with John and so solid 45 minutes Ramu Ewa Manoni and Sema Dona Wati. My message number on your WhatsApp line 0207543637 0207543637 on Facebook making kind kakra. Manze Kwame Blay. Hi, good morning. I'm on you live from Akima Kiasi. Send my regards to my mother Fia. Who are updating on Barcelona news. Dodona Lutari Amao. And I feel Osikaba Kapo. Good morning, Fakye Sports. I really like your sport. Good job. Keep it up. Very is due. My dream is seeing Nigeria not qualifying for the World Cup. Nigeria down 4. It's my happiness. God, help me achieve my dream, please. Ajay Chair, good morning, Fakye Sport. I love you, sport update. Starboy watching the show live and clear at Fumbem Airport. Fakye, no size. Koroko is winning today against Nations FC. Greetings to MON-FRI Mem Airport and Kwejo Space. Yasma and my lovely father, no joke. You're there, and I pray Nigeria don't qualify for the World Cup, though. And on the laughing emoji, Emmanuel Nana Pukuwari. Oze Como forward, Jaden Ade says Ghana is truly on my heart. Abu, this message is for you. Do your Sergio Ramos job. And then so to us all. On the episode, Nimunia Asimbia. The Emmanuel, Jaden Ade on the Nimunia December Konamra. Moye mu Kruma. Any other. Kenneth Arama, 2 Real Madrid players injured is a blessing to Barcelona. No, they Ramu Kobe Steve. Nediano, the show is loud and clear. At town or so, more film no day a Ramuna famous the Raman Eza Fakye Sport Papa Kenneth Aroma. I really love you, Messi. Oh my God! And I'm watching you live from Reading, UK. Kim Vuga Bakope Ken Mijini se Bibia Boko Biaga. You guys are doing a great job watching you live from Akima Safo and Raman Eza. Please kindly wish my teacher Job Ndede from Jomro a happy birthday for me. From Sir Confident Jomro and on the realm Richard Boateng. Good morning, you people are doing a good job this morning. And I was say I'm asking you, in South Africa no willing, no more interested to go to the World Cup. And yesterday I come they drew to Zimbabwe. They also a day Ramo and no name Basa for life Kwame Mano. Kwame Daniel Nabla. Keep sharing, guys, and on the Ramize Kofi Amwa Lyrica. Maybe all the emojis be by now Auburn himself Kwame Boa rock fire more fire and if you don't call gift hi Fakye, my name is Ansu Junior. Update me on Real Madrid runner Wabomo de Nyama Sme hit no day Eram Kwame Boa Luther King. Good morning Kofi Ajman Blackman Meton Kanche. I'm on live inside Pick Farm Accra and on the Ramu young mighty boy Ken and on fire Moji Ramu Usia Comfort. Good morning rock more fire and afi Yaro and Avaru Kwesi. Good morning Fosu Samuel. Good morning Rachel Boati. Good morning. You people are doing a good job this morning. Alex Atiemo Facebook Chale Diodim de Ramo and Nona Isaac Kofi Amwa Lyrica. Good morning crew Azuma Lai. Also good morning Odeba Ebabe Ram Nana Jemfi Fakye. Good morning to you guys. Oh, the other member, a Ram with Facebook page. Yebrenia Kinkan Etimi Amanapwa na Niama de Yepa Etimi Ede Amamo Franco Drew. Good morning, Fakye. I'm watching you live from Draw Bar Health Center. Keep up the good work and more update. Dodona Remedy Ama Kwesi Culture. Watch you live from Accra Masaman. Please, Abu, we don't need Edin Ketia and Kalum Hassan Odoi in the Black Stars team. They should prepare for the next AFCON qualifier. Dixon Abdoma Kwai, good morning. Fakye Sports Crew, keep up your good work. Your presentation is super. And Kwabna Daniel M. Nabla. Good morning, Abu. Can you tell Luther King that we want to see him at the Gifted Icon Season 2? You guys are amazing. No size. Greetings to my lovely wife. Ajua for you up here. Inside Shamon Car Service. Sunyane. And on Eddie Ramo. Or for Susamu, good morning on the buyer. And Kobe Gigs live from Bremain. Fakye Sports all the way and on the era. Mariana, mena more messages in the door. So Yabape, and we are for a crowd. Yababe Transanadia, yet they are twice with their mamma. Yabasisia. Johnny live on Fakye TV. Now, we're doing channel number making Kate me at the amount 0207543737 on your Facebook page on Okwa. Also, you're bringing a kekere America, Jumadi, no, you're more na Eddie T. My drink channel here. Good morning to you, Mr. Abu, and your crew. I'm Backman. Watch you live from Tamale. More update on Rodri injury. Wish you guys happy weekends and greet Mr. B for me. Abi Bejo so. Say hello. My name is Ansu Jr. Please update on Real Madrid. Rona Wenya. Fakye Sport no size. Biaga. Akima Safo. And on the Ram. Good morning, Abu Dhabi. This is Haruna from Asamankes in the eastern region of Ghana. I really love your show. Please. There is a report saying that Ghana will drop Benjamin Asari from the World Cup, looking at his age and finding a young and talented goalkeeper like they did to Sami Aji during the World Cup 2006. Please, it is true. And Yanokre, why? Bibia Sanyo. Asari na Nedeko, or no Nedeba. Good morning, I'll be watching you guys this morning. Good presentation and kudos. Greetings to the special one, Ado Prince. Nedia no. Good morning. I'm Fakye from Bonsa. You do all. Fakye. Dio no so. Edi Eram no. My name is Felix. Felixco. GH. More fire. More update on Barcelona. Dodona. Luta Amawenya. My name is Sergio Guru from Manso. Kenyago. Madrid players are coming back again, so Barcelona players should stand the war. Hala Madrid and all the two. So, and good morning, Abu. We are coming to the stadium with our passport to USO. Greetings to Nana J. Chum from Nana Tupac. For Mahini, so Abu Kotoko beat Nation today, and Abetamwa is joining the Black Star. Fabulous all the way. From Nana Tupac, Wamahini so and upon de Eddie Erama, a Boamane Makoyepa, a Tini Eremoze, Fakye Sports, number 1. So you are the reason we wake up early on Saturday just to entertain by you guys. Keep tuning our shows into joy every day. Fakye Sports, Papa, tell Utakin that I'm going to the America with him. Father Briscoe. Brekuma Mangwasi Briscoe Mate Merena Machekio Abbas. Good morning, go Ghana. And dear Ram, good morning, Abu. I'm here to watch you live from College of Health, Yamfu. Please, was Mbappe injured in yesterday's game? Yeah, Onyano Kakra to a few cress about Ababirama to Australia, Madrid Benji from Fancy Sewa. Also, good morning, Abu. You're fantastic. Wishing the Black Stars and out to Fuko the best, but Tutuado must not be sacked. Greetings, Honorable Wisdom Osebwama, Okunkom, MC, Chiman Wabija South, and all the best. So 0207543637. Kwagu bibi abo call there. Nanso me wet dem pa no so da ye.
Midaye so non gugu kakra ne ade saa ntino. Na we be fine. Now we be fine. Ntia.
Hey, Baba, my shoes all there.
There we me honye.
Ade.
Yonko pa ne ikujana kwan.
Unim dada na ne na ote.
O minim.
Na. E to da wa na ya abu nya ko ze o de tie de ya be ni ya se no. Unim dada. On kan wa se nda e na ekujana kwan be tena me honye. Chaman.
Sentu
unim dada.
Sentu mi queen now ntimi dawe. Mi queen now ntimi ndi.
Yellow cray. Fine.
Enuntina ene no pe na wo se nka me wo aso ase.
Yeah.
Ba me kwa. Jise me ko ewia.
Ati ewia la be ko.
Cause anopa we no me kwa ntimi.
O rebe ho. Oh, na ntimi ndi no.
Menen na
is all about a hospital or other whole issues all our money behind over come. And yes, was a wire fasting that.
We need to do fast.
My shoe. Hey, now you might switch him. I told him that is there. Oh, find your room. Hey, the Papa quality is over the great in my street. Oh, funny that. But my mom says a Ghana and Quadana woman on the no. Oh, my chassis, your Mukuts, Mose G. I did yes on enough. And
until nobody message Abel.
What's a look me at say amount.
And until nobody message Abel. We didn't aside and my catching because I wait me.
When a country qualifies for a World Cup and found to be out. World Cup is a big platform.
That was who be a
Ghana young watching an apple class in that match. In your two you see agency ever contacted the FA president.
Yeah.
And they will be bringing players even quality, your quality.
It was so changing.
Yeah, you see the one we have. Oh, this is a Ghanaian player, Obama Club. Man qualify for World Cup, and ready to Obama Ghana.
Yeah.
And it's not the uncle for a year. It's not about has another identity alone.
Debbie.
There are players there. World Cup we.
Congrats, money making season for some people.
People took it like at the World Cup. Players are. Now, time we ever qualify now today. Elijah, there money didn't so.
Yeah.
country qualify for a World Cup, attractive players be. And
we cross my work. You be England national team play be ambo qualifies ni be wa pick.
Baby. Ya kwedi.
They won't be a monka. The new be any answer. They won't be a monka. Koku Yenianum Nigeria Fusu. And I had the part the among say Ombetuma qualify for the World Cup year 2026. Koku at the end of so pa the ma the no ye hu na ye wanwa so man timi an qualify na ma de ba ko. Quote and unquote, they will be one of the biggest countries or more Africa how much mean 20 points. The World Cup qualifies next year.
Wow.
Watch it here.
Yeah.
Teams are kese war Africa. You say we mu a big national teams are almost so no. Ubia come 20 points, but Nigerian as we speak more 40. Even if our last match against Benin, if almost Benin Grana, they will be somewhere around 17 points. And so a year 20 points. And Kwaku, it's not because ABOU Nigeria following squad. And so be media adwumayo omuyeyo. So what shall no more squad normally ball game no. We should bench, we should more start here. Currently as we speak, Nigeria Kura, the reigning African best player.
Yeah.
If you are talking about the best number 9s in the game currently, you can't talk about 5. Abeka say Victor Osimhen in Kahun.
In the world.
In the world, Abeka say Victor Osimhen in Kahun. So moving for indeed, they've played and they've paid their dues in the Premier League and other leagues for Musia Kahun. But these same players, no, ain't me and Nigeria, ain't so ain't being qualified. They are not giving them not qualified, no. So mun to be qualified, but a bleak, a more dangerous to me at Maomo. And in Nano, and so echo a point where I feel say a mistake to be on my year during that time, you know, and it don't do but and so when they Kwaku, if you look at the World Cup qualifiers are Nigeria, but when you saw 4 coaches I said about against normal born.
Yeah.
Joseph Pesero ne start here. And a ABOU right friend a year. Augustine go on the ball kakra. Fini the job the ball kakra. And now a Chelsea and so Ebobi. To 4 managers. And no more use during that World Cup, you know. And then no more problem. Obia wants to come on the system differently, or the tactic differently, and I do a more cut that level. You are entering Koyim for more. But the more problems Nini now started, you know. A time one they decided to part with Ghana Raw. A hundred mistakes in now by some of my Nigeria brothers. Tao Mamenchao, he's from Nigeria, he's a journalist there. And now you remember many of the Nigerians are with the super green girls Netino believe say that was the decision that led to Nigeria a struggle with all the quality play they've got in their system. A player be born game nibi. Na player Nancy about Premier League nim. Dini say
Arokodai
Pakuono. One fine player that in the Premier League, okay, more than 1 hour, 1 hour, good.
Yeah.
And no Baku be share go. He scored against Barcelona last time against Sevilla. And Sevilla and Barcelona no. He scored against Barcelona. Yeah. And now boy was have a share go. Yeah. So our Nigeria team now, and yet team that almost lacking good players, almost lacking quality players. But it's because of that mismanagement when they come to appointing managers. Because Roy Duamoto also third in a year Cup AFCON. Yes, Duamoto also third AFCON. And after Duamoto also third, no, they went close and Omopamono. And then no mistake, and yes, Saki, no. So try to catch them and say, Omo Nigeria believe say the mistake was sacking Gennard Rono. And nothing almost of her. I agree with him to some extent, but entirely a year true. The money issue here say after sacking Gennard Rono, they decided to make politics with the appointment.
Oh, okay.
Of the manager that is so mobile. Because if you look at Gennard Rono in the modern Obama in Nigeria, how experienced he is, when you want to get him out of the system. Now we appoint manager for fra. You just don't go in for any ordinary manager. Omodini Koye, Kosake, no, Jose Pesero by got them to the AFCON final against Nigeria. Or also by Yahudi could see here. It is about politics. Now finish the Georgia bomb. Getting the governor before Nano Meko. Uni a year Keshi Free War. The best manager to have managed the Super Green Eagles team, no, a rare Fenegin Roy. Just in case Free War. So on war. May he so rest in perfect peace. We need Free War. The best manager of the Nigerian national team now or born homodin, and they sacked him and Utumusena and Yadiana Ernika. But after sacking him, because when you sack a manager, problem being you, but you replace the manager with a credible one, an experienced person that obekinya year Juman to a certain stage, you know, and the mere case why you're Jumani and a hope and no more downfall. So no be aware what he say.
Benin.
And look at what he's doing with Benin. This is a Benin national team, our own team compared to Nigeria national team, no, in terms of talent.
Now, Oka Sisia and I share Nigeria attackers of war Sisia.
Box no mommy.
Aku Adams, Sebia, Alexander Iwobi, Fulham, on the ultimate more for any other. And no boho. Christantus Uchi, is all Oka's Arsenal war. The story at the Crystal Palace. Sarah Desses, Panathinaikos, Mosi Simon, Paris FC, and Olakunle, Olusengu, Onobo Jumedema, Nesni, Novgorod, Oluanichimo, Russia, that is the Ukraine or Russia on a setting. Okay. Samuel Chukwu is here, Fuller, Terra Murphy, Nice, Toro Arokodei, Wolverhampton Wanderers, and a victory in a Galatasaray. Nigeria attack is for Bo Sisiano, and on midfielders in the crowd, is the Abimola Lukman, oh. Al-Hassan Yusuf, New England Revolution, Felix Agu, Veda Bremen, Frank Oyeka, Ewa Brentford, Wofedi Didi, Besiktas, Zana Wabba, Nomu defenders, Benjamin Frederick Bright, Osai Samuel, Calvin Bassi, Semi Ajayi, and Oye Amechi, and William Trot Ikon, Zaidu Sanusi. So it also say a squad that is a who can depth or more players.
Squad that a crowd or more. Any Nkrofuya bo mudini now with that sharp attacking names are wabuni na. So we should know what Nigeria national team na. Almost 11 goals in 9 games. Attackers ni na
11 goals.
They've given 11 goals in 9 games. Nanka 11 goals in 9 games now commercial crime problem. They've considered 8.
Nigeria.
And they are suffering and the man was what I started this presentation by saying the big, so to speak, the big national teams of more Africa or more World Cup qualifiers no. Only Nigeria and I on to me 20 points. I want to do this exercise quickly. Now what to me when some na American, but some yes I did when you quickly now the Yamubobo teams in so the big teams of more Africa and you head on more. Egypt was 23 points. Egypt 23. Senegal was 21 points. Cameroon was 18 points. Omo next game on betimi abo. Ebi omo ntimi qualify. Kwaku oh. Muni majuma too much. Kwaku ni guso no hwe. The big teams na se na me wi a me to kurikura ma.
Hey, ko pasa mama ho.
Asma to kurikura ma.
Unu ade obetimi kra ba be catch us ade ni ade ane na aye we ni ya na aboa na aye we di they said na all cano quite impressive for her the other teams in ejuma mobile Egypt 23 Senegal 21 Benin amore en kaso mi Cabo Verde 20 Morocco 21 Ivory Coast 23 Algeria 22 Tunisia 25 Ghana 22 yeah 22
what did you
Gamon so about Ivory Coast
Koku we no Ivory Coast being Ivory Coast in tea and a more that's no Kwaku no Ivory Coast for more mabo with Gabon pressure no. They played 9 games, scored 22 goals, nothing considered.
Yeah, another solid team.
Yes, and it's not about Gabon for not being a good side though. They've been a good side, but Ivory Coast team no are extremely good. And until no be omo. Kwaku Nigeria for there and the essential omo ne say omo share omo Nigeria national team no omo share yam Black Stars no omo Ivory Coast mo any other teams no performance omo dey na dia kwaku no me match omo say ibrim. And if you look at them, the kind of players you mentioned, and will be available to Nigeria, but still they are not able to give the sounding performance. As all Managwagu, it tells you they need an experienced manager. That has been Nigeria's problem for some time. Quality no players are available, but to get the players performing, giving the desired results, Nigeria, they've not been able to do it. And that is the most important thing. So I think that's why team qualifying poor. This Omu coach, Eric Charlie, he's a good coach. We saw him in AFCON what he did with Mali and other stuff. But they need to let him continue. Now Omu supporting him. Because Omu mistakes. Roy the mistake no more. But after sacking him, they failed to appoint a coach that oye good. A code that obetimi aboa wo mu ene de o ma do level as so omu mi so omunyan to boa say dane no mani a I think say beboa. But for the second time running they will need to stay home and watch the World Cup. They can win against Benin Kwaku.
Nigerian teams
Kwaku Jonathan Roy was something to prove to the Nigerians Kwaku if this because he thinks if Komo supporting na 2019 AFCON college that is to him. The interview he had with ESPN after he got sacked, he believes them could beat Myaji and almost Sakeno. So Kwaku and what back no believe say almost Sakeno without any tangible reason according to Ono. By the Nigeria they had tangible reasons, but according to Ono, Oman Sakeno with a tangible reason. Kwaku, what you said no be. Kwaku, so obi disrespect you, obi do call you muna you get the opportunity to mafia the person. Kwaku, this is a proper mafia. Everything or anything that you need to do to make sure the Nigerians will be watching the World Cup back from Nigeria, Abiyakuta, Lagos, anything on TV, you need to do it. Yes. And for me, it's a game that I watch with keen interest. But we will be a major game because I want to see how Roy will set up the team and how he's going to defend, how he's going to attack this Nigerian team. And Nigerian team naturally they have very good team but see the namno and then namna Kwaku is not there. To this game, I'm going to watch it.
Group C, they all the final day no be Rwanda South Africa no
enye match kitwa.
In game kitwa. I see the group na maye. Group out will be qualified for World Cup. That group nene Ivory Coast for group.
Yeah.
Teams in man be diago cry. Zims or my yejuma pa. My yejuma pa.
So I'm sure Ivory Coast team no pa na me hwe mu din akwaku.
MSFI. What shocking you Kwaku? Oh, Ivory Coast will be
Kwaku on show onu dey ntia on show me.
Hey.
I was in Ivory Coast when Omo appointed no. Me share Ivory Coast training twice, and many a time na who say on a year adwuma ne pa. Ti na nyi nwa so mo adwuma ne share ne nsa. Kwaku, ye de ade hye wo nsa say ya ade a. The amani had a performance no is the fact that or the AFCON one who ever say di Matthew de ni bi. Obi a hye adwuma na to to say the ne slot ebre. Obi a hye adwuma na to. Just now or finding difficulties in arranging the team, getting the missing piece and I will buy in the ABOU. You begin to say and no one would team. But after he won the AFCON for them, he still maintained the performance he gave and even more. Look at the World Cup qualifiers. Said they can Gabon, they've been super, but not a single goal. When they won 9 games in qualifiers, was said 22 goals, young unconceded goal. That is a good of a record.
Now, even craft on our can no time or buy no be yes team no. Yeah, my players will no more be in charge.
Oh no, don't be boy. And Kwaku, me I just Ivory Coast. There's somebody got Mesanko Waba. It's a place that says Mesanko Hoba be Kwaku. If they win game, said the Rebecca to say BBI free no. Just a typical nation of the winner BBI free.
Ivory Coast.
Kwaku, it will never to win a chama come it means nothing from Babi Kohe born because. Yem Fakye who de cause
who enjoy we no
Kwaku jai yes kwan yo e na ntwabie na omo na nwumre na omo ji omo na anabo mada
o na me di na lay na me feel na me back. Na say na ma qualify for the final prepare for. They say you feel that be an done around 3 a.m. for say be na me do you say be me do on it. Wow, me say o call we do baby do. Obedi our flag na bo. No more bosso. Say dias I feel like more final. I believe the way keep you. This idea no more. Well, me buy me buy 2 days time on ball. Final no but o hwe say na atmosphere ni city a.
No mo di wie ye no. Na me French nye. O mo di wie no. Na me French nye. Na me French nye me dey Fakye as am fool. Na me French nye koku na kun more there. And it's a place to be. Everything.
Specify the though football you so good level, but you're winning in a big class like yeah, 2 morning. So see control every course for
sometimes
indeed that's shocking.
You need people like him to do the job for you, and I think that he's doing a good job. Koku so we be now. And Koku so share omu team nene omu players no mbona Koku. They are playing big teams.
Yeah, because they are one and now what I saw shocking me pie. Yeah, here for fun. Who keep around the Omoji Afcon? What drop on?
Yeah.
And I'm almost all Kunyama to South France for you. Yeah, have fun as yes, I'm crying now. We France.
Yeah.
Now we be in charge. Yamuze Amadialo, Ebe now I eat in chain. What I'm feeling Nicolas Pepe. People are my boss again, baby. I don't know so rest you more for the final day in there. Simon Adingra Babu, Sebastian Ale, Ebamu. And I decided to do a new opinion. And also baby Ram. Yeah. So me name
Koku. On say because I was a goalkeeper.
Line up me.
Because I was a goalkeeper growing up and even in this game, I had I'm a goalkeeper spar. Aban Lafont no that put him no. And you was one there goalkeeper say.
Oh, okay.
Koku, when he started at Toulouse for 2017-18 season, you know, I was asking myself, say, why not fortunate because of free France? Because now I am enjoying my France. Koku, Aban Lafont is a quality and a credible goalkeeper.
Lafont.
Yeah. Oh, they are and they were team DIABY. Aban, this you see, I can't remember Panathinaikos. So they call him. He's a good goalkeeper. Better than the Odom Javcon. Odom Javcon, the name of the morning yet.
Oh, so only or the way they buy or the you buy.
Yes, on the
bed out.
None more than
here for fun.
Yeah.
Or almost who's also the upgrade of Sagai.
Yes, on
your boy call chain about
only upgrade. And now we know. Aban Lafont the good. He's a good goalkeeper. He's a very, very good goalkeeper. Just that only in why currently as we speak, Argentina for second goalkeeper and Rulli. I said he plays for Marseille. First, no ball rest aside that. He's a very good goalkeeper, but one PA. Sana Aban Lafont the they are players that only very good. By 26 years, you give them like let's say 5 to 10 years if everything goes as planned. So I think that team a very good one, and I think that they've really done well.
Back four.
Solid one. What the upper on your time? Wow, hey, every costume. No, never be unpleasant. This year, solid players.
Also, I different case if you be in
about. I've been about what now?
We would have been Morocco tough time after.
Yeah, one tough time. One tough time. A team that Anunti and I'm person me be I'm to come to me come Morocco. No, some man could be craft and there.
Changes me.
Because himself final. Ivory Coast will play the AFCON final. Ivory Coast will play the AFCON final.
AFCON there if on in advance. Morocco for major value.
Morocco AFCON.
Major
Morocco and AFCON. Community.
My can't say major. Me no kasa bia me ma records. Last time I Ghana qualified for AFCON was here. 204 Ghana and AFCON. Tunisia the host here. Tunisia host here na North African country omo joma there. No mo so bre pass on meji AFCON. North Africans no. Everything na Egypt obu you omo here. Sports ministers and ever for in Africa. Morocco currently omo team no omo kra Africa. And in see teams living no compete. No more no football tactics na da bia kan wase no. Ono nim chen.
Sure.
Na osan nim ball no bo chen. Na wasan ye woduru. Na man su ono wo. Omo squad omo Africa no. Country bia ni. Morocco. And omo build team na hye na wo de omo nkra na ye bo na 20 omo do bia to the proper position. And is Spain ji omo de Brazil ji omo de.
One bet you bia.
Omo team no man su omo ye bo ankasa. So me Morocco say ade afo na. ebe no one. But team amuzo e threat mo mo pa ya Ivory Coast. And even Nigeria cry no. Say omo yo omo niema yi a.
Eno ni asem no.
Pe de wo kan no. Kan bi mu ball no omo ball na say Africa na Senegal say squad omo
solid team. Just that.
I show but the Morocco they still mu say.
Yeah,
the record be to mejo ma afọ. Sa na me hu. Omo me tuma ma training grounds papa so na mo ti.
Na unum say we ba fi be. Unum say we dad na mo ma nyi baba ya rantu.
Na no man kan jo. Those people
the pressure they give no.
Omo communicate with Raja Babri kuma omo show 5-1. Uzo omo no mo nti say no na coach bi o hu so ye big.
David.
Baba du tito omo no.
Obefra.
Omo ye course. Obefra bi azo za team we kra no. Omo mind say we for no kra kwa afọ no.
Omefra.
Omo ko mo ne omo akodi nkomo za otokoro. Oni omo ba sen na ne masi ye rete. Ni na man so omo ni coach ne video analyst aye we no but o pe bidi aye dey. O ya no wasan pe Ghana ni dia. O so be kan no kra kon de ne kakra no o chire si mu chiro.
Simple kra.
So omo football no we dey we ja ball. Ayi be kun Chelsea we are man 5-1 na ko group ko anti Chelsea. Then omo communicate it to you after draw na Ali Zamalek group no mo ko am maza. Se ma ran anya ne ma bi na mo yes omo ko group ma ko fo no beti ma she no 10.
Mbe force wo ma
wo you that be only team when yes stand up for them ko bono Accra. They was between Kumasi and Chelsea choose Accra. E no crowd bono. Ya bi Zamalek for nearly for long be Kuruma na TP Mezebi. Pro be bre Kuruma so omo ni de kwaku that North Africans there. World Cup we World Cup I was nkofo we be me there. Say for no mo ko there na mo nya de. O ya na no na Morocco 40 years.
Yeah.
Mo nya de. Oh, you can read other stories in Mama.
Kwaku ana ente Keved any Eswatini bebo. They are playing at 8,000 capacity to Kwaku nya take it back okranto.
Keved Eswatini.
Yes. Unya take it back okranto. Kunmani ni na they are in a very small country. Ubi a person ko the history. Ubi a person ko ni GS de china was so born na ase match no. Omo de nyanye na ase sa de but a win will qualify them, and against the Swatini there is a foregone conclusion. And I think that and you want so be a person who game nibi because it's a game that a make history and what be your opportunity to watch that game nibi. I no ko fear what tadi ade you ko eno as all ko hangi because that tadi no and a demo J and I demo first qualification to the World Cup. And I think that they deserves it because if you look at them where they are coming from, the AFCON they've been representing, the kind of football they've been playing. I think that they've been very good. AFCON and this one World Cup, you see the beauty side of it. The way omo man to support to omo football no kra no. Na no da Ivory Coast na meta ben omo because she the way omo do omo Jesus let's just see omo yam omo ho fefe how they support Kived national team now. I think that we need to see them at the World Cup. They need to give us something nice. It's something that you talk about. A very small country, Capo Verde, trying to do history. And these are guys that they got some more football now. They are doing it well. Though man have can't qualify, but still they've done well for qualifying for the World Cup. And I think that it's a good one. As
an African, you have a World Cup.
Definitely, you are going to choose the World Cup.
Yeah. I don't usually say with the years set up, your players know about cartels, the World Cup, and there's one is over Jaffa.
Oh, sure. Sure. But don't say AFCON in the next 100 years.
Who get Jais? 100 years, got a Jais. And see, my show, my bonfire Jaffa, could be a recruit. That I can be done at the other.
AFCON in the next 100 years. One man wants you in the next 100 years. Say it was the year. Yeah, she see any bet was so. Na football no a man for na your business. Your business wo mo ye no be na de football na anka so mo nwan so be in the next 100 years ain't me AFCON. And here say Capo Verde na bit ma ba gibe jai.
No ba me ba. Say you see I use you cry solid team. Really be a slight changes been a very for the World Cup. And these guys are doing very well. See our bright future. We are young players. Sure. Kamad DMZ 22. Yeah. Fatawi Shaku 21. Anna 20. Ibisa 2021. Kudus Mohamed Nahra or Wobeye Nemanze 24, 25. Jordan Modiabia, Yanko Nimu Kakrano. I need the result will crowd the next half on India Lucy. You want to brother and yes, so that's not bad. A children Jikusu Asu Usi. Na Sali Susu yes kakra. Obo echu Ajomo Puku yes kakra. Gideon Mensa years kakra na nze ohwe yen right back on the award achipa the Tariq Lamptey nyisa ze ode we su na bebo Ali Dusido no su nyisa Ali do know one special thing about his show no team mobile was a player na e just the award achikakra you goalkeeping you use the aside performance what putting up the man what true challenge the man goalkeepers no which me I know see you see farman is a good goalkeeper but is a young goalkeeper or number 26 they be waiting to take over if you aside the kick on say we see menye sure there yes those be able to be able to obeda the koku still who needs agide in afcon you bit magide any man bia
koku afcon e je no go be your players o
na e dey
you mo be bree come decision making making priorities
ya na mo kase ya na mpinfo na ewe chi no suka bi but they say what the free president pay second vice na me bo wa ba be kasa says you to more a president that we call 3 terms likely obeko who say a baby
no cry 2 terms no obeko no cry no I South Africa have saying time now is I to no Cameroon have saying
I have to use Cameroon I've only twice
but during that time no how team na never on net saying
was a solid team
Ahmad, he was from where?
Madagascar.
So, on buy any team to buy, ABOU.
Yeah, we so proud South Africa.
A cool man.
Abidjan. Because South Africa almost on Bobe 15-16 matches on lose.
Yes. In Kisa, more Obo Mudino, more yard money now. So, 4 national team, no more crew, no more Maya, or Maya, no more Chenke to Kreku. In terms of facilities, in terms of no more year with football, they are better, they are doing football here. We are taking decisions based on your conviction. The president know about football matters. That is the more reason why I say, you're not a year in a year, next 100 years. You won't enough. You ain't me up on it. Jimmy say, me call me by you know one who wants to have a call. Won't me up on that in so good voice. What we got? I have conda. Ain't me. Go say you had me a corner there. You more day.
Yeah, man.
Oh, David. Yeah, man. Someone is a boy. Send us up on your gobi. Next one is your here uncle. Goku ade na start ye yampa no adro Ghana na ye bo AFCON na ye bo semi final ye bo final na ade ene ye tibaaye e bo quarter finals ene ye tibe gina group stage ene yampa ho ansama anka ene ya tia ba ye qualify
you see who the match you do we be criticize the sitting efe ene yama bi oye but afa baby no say ultra match no who the akomo we ni se ni di or the debate my cash money. You see there only the Black Stars and all. Near my baby, especially.
So no matter could you no I remember say no man no would dia
on your World Cup we are qualified. Dr. DIABY, Steven Tornado up here, Mr. Mosisa Mapaka, Dr. Richard Insenchi. The Black Stars Management Committee members work more KBD and more. Your next players, you know. Steven Apiamo, PFAG, Mr. Tony Bafo, and other ones. See, you qualify for World Cup now, which is your qualifier. Mind you, you endure Massipani agents.
My idea.
And the FA president.
My idea.
Government will claim need your wabai. Young Camboonian bomb in Abasu. Teach you the management committee. I'm your Muye. Mind you, Ghana. Edu ya ko kwasem no kano o de be fi edu ya lasem na ede bi but wawu de bi ameme titi mi nkomo ni du Ghana ya ben cap jo de munya
ko kuma say this Blasters management committee wo hoyi say no man man fi anya bibia na e bebre pa. These are people that when they stand in front of the players to talk, they can talk in terms of BBM, brabo, whatever. Dr. DIABY, regardless if you're a football or no have a friend from anybody so to speak, he's a big man.
Yeah.
In this our industry, he's paid his dues. In wherever he's worked, Juma. So what I said, Dr. J, I had the opportunity to interview him. So I never wanted to interview now so new Diablo Munkoma Kwaku. What did never say? A person not to be decided. Kwaku yen mami
yeah only my bro
mint me this uncle. So what I say, look at the Chama Moses Parker, a big man that now would you say you can easily run that Sana man away or Honana. Kwaku is no easy. These are 7 up here. He's if you get them now, look at Stephen Afia, the close relationship he had with the former president when Ghana needed to qualify for the World Cup. So if you have that experience, you can do things the right way.
And I baby jet so man in Kobe.
Position. No one can team. Tenants they was all alliances with wheels in the other. Man position. But when the Papa Moaka man to your own and not actually marginal. I am afraid he did not come and retire.
That's all on this. The day issue no. It's not about say via per se or not retire.
No,
not retire. Or
the issue of blasters.
They say you know France for 1 year the mountain. They do not retire internationally. Still, all GDS will be to my bobo and Assam.
I have one national.
He's the old friend. He has on Brana Boma match fashion. How do you suspect it? Mama should brag. About the national team, but this current thing for the FA, no, do or more near maybe at Sekokano. In Kemfani and Anton Chenny and Bomba.
So they've done a good job.
Okay, is on a long, is and passing at 30 or November no qua. My shoe, I dear
back on the hacket to Kreku. Mr. Kate, I dear back on the how. The people around you, you've been loyal to them, they've been loyal to you. So when they are doing certain things, you can't tell them. That is your problem. That is Kate's problem. I mean, yes, also no need, but there's a idea on to me, you know, intend so, but on taking steps to do it. You are more ben are the reason why area man put me casting and imbasabasa. I'm telling you for a fact. The kind of things they do, and when I catch you now, nobody should come and tell us now, to what we are qualified to World Cup, someone new. When that thing comes in, we invite a lot of attacks.
Backlash, well, no media be brave.
And you know, more brand, no more Casamano. That over any problem, he's a fine gentleman. That one I must say. Kokun is not doing any meaning. He's a fine gentleman, but I'm more bad. I said, no.
Yeah, we all say, oh, my coach, 5 years project now. Maybe I within that 5 years or 3 years or World Cup. Maybe I've gone fat. See, we know a APD new near queer. I guess I never qualify. Some cars who to have intervened yet.
Now, oh, and no bet na bonum and now Satawell and Yumi, I care to Papa. Name now, Chatan.
I know my level.
I know my level.
Go on God.
On God.
Papa.
But I know my level was only.
I on God.
I know my level. They are
I black with you. Oil
my head. Is there any back? What are they? But we're going to the black dance. Never could anymore. Say shut up, woman. You know. Every president is shut up. Another way shut up. Good for a shut up. They are still go.
Pastor, really want to kakana yako.
Yeah, we didn't come on. I think FC Barcelona. In Sakai Kakra when it comes to attacking Ted, Honum na Hansi Flick, engineer. Because of Robert Lewandowski in the age air catching on, Ferran Torres, the injury prone, only inconsistent for FC Barcelona, but then he has been scoring quite a number of goals for them. Now, Ocheke in Koma, everybody free FC Barcelona. In Koma, Omudine said, Flick person was saying in Honum. Now, Omar Marcus Rashford, free the left hand side, now other ball into the attacking main position of FC Barcelona. Now, Omiki sure say Rafinha would then occupy the left hand side. Normal Fermin Lopez about in the central progressing role. Normal Lamine Yamal about in the right wing position. Pedri, Frankie de Jong will occupy the midfield position for FC Barcelona. And Mete Sankomono, the only thing that came into my head and they say FC Barcelona Hansi Flick, baby a Barcelona Babidruno. If he wants to propel his starting 11 right after the international break. Now or try this particular tactics against Girona and Olympic de Marseille Oberbomo in the Champions League. This shouldn't be the tactical formation. It was a Hansi Flick, but all those say or try. Because Marcus Rashford are Obono as a false number 9. I'm not saying it's an ultimate, but he can play. But as I will check Marcus Rashford, the track record from Manchester United, I will call Aston Villa Kobo alone Kakra. That particular position I would utilize quite a number of goals and has been playing from the left, making sure so best swinging into the central attacking position, and then he will score that number of goals. Just like Kwaya Rafinha Faso, I share quite a number of goals in my FC Barcelona last season, and the Kwaya offers so stay consistent for them this particular season. But then when you decide to play Marcus Rashford as a typical false number 9, leading your attacking line, and you Marcus Rashford here. Over there with Manchester United, when Jose Mourinho tried as much as possible to play him as a false number 9 during his tenure as a coach for Manchester United, Jose Mourinho didn't come up Marcus Rashford, and even the United fans said Marcus Rashford ain't that kind of player born as a false number 9 will be that utilization of passes. And will be me I conjure many goals for Manchester United, but so born on the left wing side you get the best out of him. So within that particular season, Mourinho Bono as a false number 9 or chef just 5 goals for Manchester United within that short period of space at Obono in the false number 9 role. But when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer took over, Osha saw Obono in the left hand side for Manchester United in that very first season. I'm saying in that season, he was able to score 12 goals for Manchester United within that season. And it tells you, say, the false number 9 position hasn't been the best position for Marcus Rashford. And so Unya Barcelona, this current former Rafinha ball from the left hand side last season, he gave them quite beautiful number of goals to me. All person would attack almost share majority of their goals or more company for the La Liga, company for Champions League or more the semi-finals, Copa del Rey and any other competition. You get Rafinha no share quite number of goals for FC Barcelona. No one check Lamine Yamal how he became incisive in most of the passes and not they go into the attacking third, and how he was able to cut in the central progression man of the attacking forward of Barcelona and making sure to Obama quite number of assists for Barca or many more. He also scored quite a number of goals and made close assists for FC Barcelona. But Marcus Rashford, when he was playing for Aston Villa as a loanee, DIABY, he was able to score 4 goals and 6 assists for that particular moment. And he did not live up to me. The goals and assists that he was making was quite good. He was being played for Aston Villa as a false number 9. But then Senke ABOU at that material moment in terms of then the coach for Aston Villa airborne in the left wing hand side and would have had quite a number of goals, more than the 4 goals plus 6 assists that he with Aston Villa when he was playing as a loanee last season. But then Barca currently, as we speak, if Hans Flick decide to play Marcus Rashford as an attacker, as a number 9 for FC Barcelona, I don't see Barcelona trying as much as possible to compete in most of the competition this particular season. So Unya Robert Lewandowski or more that consistent performance. Say Abia Unya Ferran Torres, Abia injury prone, Obe Prane, Obe goes, Obeka Kotinan chair for quite a number of weeks. Now the Marcus Rashford Ekwakobo as a false number 9. To me, I don't think that this particular system, Hans Flick, are communicated the entire body. Now what they are the technical team say after the international break, the first game of with Girona and then even the UEFA Champions League Obebono, he will try as much as possible to fix Papa reference Marcus Rashford as a number 9. May the picture be Sunday production. So many of the atos wamamia. And Kabe say, baby Marcus Rashford airborne and I say after the international break, Obabodiama FC Barcelona is the false number 9. But I will check it. Rafinha, Fermin Lopez has been that kind of player. So Winya Nonaso Obo as a number 10. Sometimes he doesn't stay in that particular number 10 positional role. But then he comes up to double up with the main striker no there anymore. So Winya Fermin Lopez, that's Obo as a creativa. He can give you that balanced number of goals, and also he can double up as a striker with the false number 9 Obo away anymore just for him to score a lot of goals for FC Barcelona. In Kono Krabetima and make it that perfection. Being played as a false number 9, then you drop in Marcus Rashford as a number 10 because Marcus Rashford loves to play. He loves to get himself involved in the ball. In any time you are attacking moment to but say Wunya as a false number 9, on drop it in, on available in most of the spaces, on your match clinical. And from FC Barcelona there, I don't think Marcus Rashford can easily do that particular thing, playing him as a false number 9. Because DIABY, so we'll check it the standard number 9 strikers. I'm banging in the goals. Now making sure that in the season, remember 25 goals, 30 goals. I don't think Marcus Rashford in a season with Barcelona, so we're born as a number 9. Obetimama 25 goals, 30 goals for FC Barcelona, just like Rafinha and Robert Lewandowski and Lamine Yamal, Emma Barcelona quite a number of goals. No, I don't see Marcus Rashford. See a born as a number 9 for FC Barcelona or Obetimama that number of goals. So we'll check the midfield and everything for Barca. These are midfielders. They can easily give you a lot of assists. They can supply you with passes, especially with Frankie de Jong. With the side of Pedro Onobo, sometimes as a number 6, as a number 8, sometimes with Frankie de Jong Onobo as a number 6, and even as a number 8. These midfielders of FC Barcelona, almost generate a lot of transition. Is their passes and how they can easily give you that quite number of assists. They will give you that quite number of assists, but I don't think Marcus Rashford can utilize these kind of chances are the midfield and other supporting role in terms of attackers in the Bemano, because in that particular position, so we'll check most of these strikers from about with FC Barcelona, they've been able to give Barca quite a number of goals. Look at Luis Suarez in a season. Now Suarez remember Barcelona 30 goals, 32 goals in a season. Even Ibrahimovic, Obobo FC Barcelona 1 bone year and answer on Obo in the season or Koi. That's very season. He scored close to about 25 goals for FC Barcelona. Check the number of strikers at Barca in your way. When check the number of goals on Villa can give you 25 goals, can give you 26 goals for the side of FC Barcelona. I don't think. Say at this crucial moment, say Barca in terms of players and that's in terms of striking role. That's how Mumpubi Amonesi, Ferran Torres, and Mumpubi Amonesi, Robert Lewandowski, and Naya. That's the Hansi Flick communicated the entire body. Say he wants to generate Marcus Rashford Obono as a winger in becoming a false number 9. I don't think at this material moment this will be that kind of position. Marcus Rashford or the side of Barcelona, number of goals are competing in most of the competitions that this season. Barca I don't think that FC Barcelona can compete in most of the competition this particular season. But DIABY, and now we have stories now. Udi Mikelobi Unkomo, and in common Mikelobi aiding say, Utie Ninkomudini Mupen, was a Moises Caicedo no. Currently, as we speak, in the Chelsea midfield, and I say even in the world, or Babaye, what hell of a midfielder or Unimbo, and I say a defensive midfielder this particular season, what born home of the Chelsea Football Club, and see a can be Unimbo on the ball currently as we speak among other midfielders this season and even in the world. Emerson Moises Caicedo as a deep line playmaker for Chelsea Football Club. And I'm believing to have that particular thought. Say even with the English Premiership, the top teams are mobile currently as we speak. The top 5 defensive midfielders are mobile. I don't think Obia standard no a match with Moises Caicedo. So we'll check it with Tottenham Hotspur. He's that kind of player. He played very well for Fulham when he was playing for them. He was a fine player, but then he wasn't able to adapt to their system with Bayern Munich. We're back to Tottenham Hotspur. Okay, baby, at Tottenham Hotspur there. It tells you, say, he is cooking something in the midfield for Tottenham Hotspur this particular season. But I don't believe. Say, the kind of ball now, Bono, it levels up with the standard of Moises Caicedo of Chelsea Football Club. Was stay consistent with Chelsea for the last 2 seasons. I am not sure. Although, say, Ryan Gravenberch last season for Liverpool, so most of these players are almost stay very competitive, giving Liverpool consistent quite a number of performances. Together with McAllister and then Obiti says Dominic Szoboszlai in the midfield for Liverpool. I don't think so. Ryan Gravenberch the frame, but then he is not that kind of player. In the midfield of Liverpool, he was able to control the entire affairs of the left midfield and the right midfield, and even the central midfield of Liverpool. Onya that collaboration with some midfielders and that's what utilizing most of these opportunities for Liverpool Football Club. Then you talk about Arsenal, Declan Rice, say Unya Thomas Partey, say Unya Martin Zubimendi. Arsenal this particular season. I don't think their level matches up with the side of Moises Caicedo for the side of Chelsea Football Club, and it is actually getting on me. Say at this particular crucial moment in time, so who will be in the English Premiership? That's who will be in the world of football. In terms of defensive action, all mount numbers, all mount that kind of recoveries, all mount that kind of retentions, all disable the opponent midfield. It is that particular man, amiibo defense Moises Caicedo. DIABY. At the time, I'm not all Edema Moises. At the time, I'm not Brighton and Hove Albion that season. He was able to give 53 appearances for Brighton and Hove Albion. So we'll check in the number of goals or share. It was 2 goals. The goal contribution for Brighton and Hove Albion, all those were from, but the assist was 3. In terms of tackles won, he gave Brighton and Hove Albion 68 tackles. And ultimately winning Edema Brighton and Hove Albion. In terms of interceptions, Omomu 77. Player of the Year awards Ojebako Edema Brighton and Hove Albion. The next season, he played for Chelsea Football Club. In fact, last season, most of these midfielders are Omunya possession won for Chelsea. For most of these particular football clubs, it was a certain Moises Caicedo who did that particular thing for Chelsea Football Club. He was first on that particular radar, making sure that possession won in midfield. He had 229 possession won for Chelsea Football Club. Bruno Fernandes of Manchester United on 213. Noah Cheke, Elliot Anderson, Honorable Edema Nottingham Forest on 207. João Gomez of Wolverhampton Wanderers, who had 200 possession won for that particular football club. But apart from last season, even last season, who has some American in the Chelsea Football Club, their midfield, and even most of the top 5 clubs in EPL. In terms of tackles won, so ultimately abbreviating in most of these particular specialized clubs Papa Moises Caicedo was able to have 22 tackles won for the side of Chelsea Football Club, and then he was ranked first. In terms of duels won, he was having 68 duels for Chelsea, and then he was ranked second. Interception, he had 17 interceptions for Chelsea, and then he was ranked third. Successful passes are all bought from the midfield to the attacking side. No, he had 464 successful passes of Ogenuity Edema Chelsea. Then you talk about this particular season. Interception, see your league. Your the EPO no be a quite number of interception for their football club. It is Moises Caicedo, and then he gives Chelsea 8 interception, followed by Tyler Adams Onobo AFC Bournemouth on almost 7, and then Marcos Nezi Onobo Edema also Bournemouth on also almost 7 kind of interception for these particular football clubs. It tells Moises Caicedo at any moment Obo in that particular midfield for the side of Chelsea, he has been able to do that particular thing. But who define it? The role of Moises Caicedo, Edema Chelsea, Obibo as a deep line playmaker, and not just say Obo as a number 6 role. But that number 6 position, you with different roles, Obi Adinibej na Obi Obebo. Sawo Kofa Obi to say Frankie de Jong, some Bebo number 6, he will give you that different option. Yeah. So Kofa Sergio Busquets, some Bebo number 6, he will give you different option. Sawo checking Makelele, so defensive action of the Bebo, different option. Moises Caicedo Diano a Tony in line with the likes of Michael Essien, Casemiro mo, any Makelele Muniamo Chelsea I hold na 8-10-2. And no, you afraid these kind of people know the destroyers. Destroyers, they say, or that kind of combinative player. They say on destroy most of the opponent passes are ever. Now on show the defensive midfield, and I say on show the defensive structure of Onwankasani team. Now making sure so key the midfield on his way. Now one make a lot of tackles, one make a lot of recoveries, no one make a lot of duels. You get that thing from Papa Defense Moises Caicedo. In terms of neutralizing the midfield at the amount, Moises Caicedo will give you that particular maximum. But you check Casemiro, Bodema Real Madrid Football Club, similar to Moises Caicedo. Check my place in Bodema Chelsea, similar to Moises Caicedo. Makelele with Real Madrid and even with Chelsea, similar like Moises Caicedo. That makes me think that at this particular moment in time, the ball now all Bodema Chelsea is different from Rodrigo Cascante of Manchester City. Rodrigo Cascante, Diana anchor man. Diana say, making sure say obesity deep in front of the midfielder. Sometimes Obebo as a hybrid midfielder, and then he can easily come in with his exceptional passing movement. Or orchestrate and the man attackers away anymore. Then you talk about the space eaters. Ebine Declan Rice. We Declan Rice or a defensive midfielder, but then o dwelling more when the athleticism comfort to Tumrika depicted with spaces what the opponents anchors a house in terminal and Albania with Declan Rice. But we share Moises Caicedo money bar Obo Edema Chelsea. Now we check the work rate or the Chelsea Football Club. I can say at this material moment in time, so we a solid midfielder, a solid defensive midfielder. Obema that quite number of performances. obetime defining a good role at the Amawa. I don't think say anybody matches up with Moises Caicedo currently as we speak. And me sided with Mikel Obi say at this crucial moment in time, he is the best midfielder in Chelsea and even with the entire world pertaining to his position. Obo as a defensive midfielder for Chelsea Football Club.
Mante, mama yenya embrafi na yemre ne. GPL matches na be Barcelona ade aule.
Nipa 10.
Ayi Mbappe. Mbappe. Na nipa 10 on yezo twi no atwi no. Ba ko fo be TV be ro twi omu.
Bicha wi aka bo.
Na 4 ba e no twi omu. The 4 days wafano. I'm ready. Mamin call Facebook kakra. Namin king can say CDBA Ababa no. Build Skies. Ghana we are champions. Benji Fancy Sewa. Watch you live on Fancy Sewa. You are fantastic. Vision Black Stars and how to folk all the best battle to Ado. Must not be sacked. The Oduru no Franco Drew. Good morning, Fakye Sport. I'm watching you live from Adoba Health Center. Keep up more updates. And on the area more Christian Amwakon. Good morning, Fakye Sport. Anane Jan, Wasa Jabo, on the Fierrebeko, Palmaji. Good morning. I'm watching you live from Sampa, German South. Stephen Ozu, good morning, Stephen from Kofoidia. And on the area Monjua virus, or the virus. Nigeria down for is we Ghanaians. Our happiness, they won't qualify. And Kenneth Arman. Now, this is like how to folk sacking coach Samuel Bodu. We are on the top. God bless you, Pa. I'm enjoying the convo. God bless Fakye TV. We love these African stories. Ebenezer repent. Abu, violence is too much. You see what Kwesi Appiah did against the Black Stars. Proper revenge, Pa. Nigeria will taste same. Watch you live from Monkran Kwanta. However, as today, come for 2 billion. Unimejuma rough. Maza, yezebeju 2 billion. And Capo Verde to the whole year say, Nana Riafe Frank, more fire. Ebenezer repent. Hey, virus, you are too much. And Great Mugabe. Watching the show live from Bekum Kutre #1. Keep it up from Great Mugabe Kutre #1. Mijirize mikrom fo nyina. Omo ya no pay wo Brekuma. Niama eko ye kama pere omo. Pedro Wamadini Cruz. The best sports show is loud and clear inside Indianapolis. Kumase, town of Sokesben Junction, the main location. Prince Kwame. Good morning, boss. I'm watching live from Qatar. Greetings to my daughter Agnes Pokuya IJ Newtown. And my in-law, Frank Jose, and Obama Day, 80 editor. My own sword, Embra, na yin komo ni resele nema. Esi etie menko yen WhatsApp and also na minkin kan kakra. Good morning, Mr. Abu. Fakye Sport. In fact, you guys are doing great job. Although it is your boy, Yao AB, inside teaching my. Greeting goes to my concrete machine operator, schoolboy, inside teaching man. And on the fear. Good morning, King Abu. Keep the fire burning. Happy birthday to Constable Kwame Sefa inside Japan in the Volta region and on the area. Good morning, Fakye TV, all the way. My name is Emmanuel Kofi Baini. Only the other fee Mori. Kwawuni Mori. Cape Coast. Cape Coast. A baby crew pa. I was ever doing this area. Mori. That Unimo. Unimori. Now I'm go use easy. And only Mori.
Yes, minimum. Minimum. What kind of ratchet?
No. That's what we use.
Yeah, my call.
Maybe also.
I just
morning Fakye Sport and Bass. Gumwa na Kwamu today. Protocol. We're in by 2 goals to now 0207543637. I'm the number. M1 de Mokwamu Mori net is out to Bantma. Now we do my report.
Maybe of actually.
Of actually, I'm sure once with the Yamish. Why? The man on your papa, the corner for official at Wasama, Yabasisia.
This is Sport, sponsored by Millennium Constructions, Lawson DeRay Builders, supported by Oman Berlin.
Base, what you may do so no, and they are celebrities. A funny and ninty are omunimde, about to change como after entertainment industry. I think so, Yabema Akonya. ama mo bisa yen celebrities no ensem mo pese mo kufa omo ho na omo ne yen asan che omo sua hunu e wa abrabom music videos ahogo a etwago en televisions so in social media so no ye be twetwe ho kobo nye hu ba bia de poma dey e be fi yen yen legends mo yen legends omo so mani abo brapa yen feso pa ma yen nya omo so fato no ye be do mo se kwa so nko so dodo channel so say ente pra Fakye TV and the Fakye showbiz about the summer na bomodi ne hia medjumadi so sanse eni dia hemumma ye fra me ama oduma odum me ana me de djumadi ho chia me so fra be safo
And players like Kudus, Kamadin, Salisu, Alidu, and many others are very, very important. But I know that let's talk about sometimes also about those who were born abroad, like Jiko. He's a warrior, he gives everything. But summa summarum, I think there's a lot of talent in the team, and they have to continue being closely together. And then we see what the next steps are. But first of all, let us seal the qualification to go to the World Cup, to the FIFA World Cup.
Until no year command a legend Tony Bafo, Apomodi Akeria Fahua, Chelsea team no talent Oma, ano Edim Podium Common, Etimi Ede Adan, Yenfio, na Yanquenim. Nana na Crobia, a Baba Betuga, Chelsea Baba and Jantum, also Moko Cobon one crime. Pimpo Casere Momo, lawyer Safuduku. Edin koma chechemu na nensemo yiti kakra
Bibi e ka ho the pictures we can on dia na atoka for come so na anko nya fe on me because when the member of president ko anko as of provide evidence and na minister to the car with the hope to say if you are not satisfied unfortunately come you say in this particular instance I'm a person ko ba share but time no aka
now tell me your command the Euro and Chema lawyer a bomb the to ya cheche mu kama pa yanku anim nya ready Ghana Premier League Day 5 fixtures on ra your ball game back set and ready hon komo e dia ma me dia ma she me no ma dream set mu back ne games are area no club ya Kumasi Asante Koroko 3 p.m. Airborne Nations FC na 3 p.m. Corner Nations so na Vision FC Ejom na so no mo any Go Stars area abweni na Koroko game no na nkomodidi awdo na ram Kasi Menga your head coach at the MON Nations FC head of the game no say na wadi nkomo no area che.
Yeah, we are doing our normal preparation that we do for all matches. You know, playing every match we might lose 3 points, so but we intensify training a little because it's Kotoko. You can't dispute about mighty. So we psych them up, and you see from their training they are well motivated for the match. You know, we ask them to put whatever has happened behind them, and let's focus on what is ahead of us. So the performance of training, we are satisfied with the performance of training. The way they play, if they go in the match like that.
Now tell me your command Kasimo Kansimengo to after no Emmanuel no. And so ahead of the game, no so Akasa Krasi, along the Nsemajai.
Well, we are expecting a great game and also a win because, as you said earlier, we haven't had a great start in this season, and then it always takes one game to start a winning streak, and then we playing home this time, we are confidently that we are going to win this game and then also have a great game. Yeah, because we all know Kotoko is one of the biggest club in Ghana, and then always whenever you are playing with them, there is some kind of another motivation that everyone will need. So it's a good thing for us to even play with them at this moment. Well, to help the team win, score goals, and then help.
Now tell me your command your bomb the team to Ghana in a boy man Yamakoye pay team at mountain no. No. You know resan kama pa. Say toda a game back on the shots here na win naba ato. So Abdul Karim Zito Zio Roma Abraham Kesi ne akwakola shi Nations FCC and Obama didn't come on the chair.
You see, I said it before that Kotoko doesn't need any position aside winning the league, and we set the target of winning the league, and anybody we are going to meet, we play him all out to win the game. If it turns to be otherwise, it's part of the game. So we are going there with the mentality of beating them. We want to break the record of, they say nobody beat them. Kotoko have never beaten them there. Maybe once again I said there's a day, one day in your life that things can change for you for the betterment. So we are going all out to meet them and make sure that we come out victorious.
I'll tell you your command coach Abdul Karim Zito upon one day atu ya cheze dako na brovono go kan I will do for team one day for the master now one day for the owner my was ara bokano I will do for team la okan Chelsea no kokoro we obozo kotoko show mo da ogidi pass dako na dako ni di omo de answer for league na also omo je kojo set so abomode akasa omo camp wo say na Nema City say na kojo set so abomode akasa dia fa.
Equity, we have highly quality players, and going into every game we are so much motivated to go in for a win and nothing more, nothing less. So this is how the mood in campus. It's all about unity. We've been preaching unity, and I think it's really helping us, because you could see when this guy is given opportunity, how we are going to support him. When this person is also given opportunity, how we are all going to support him. So whoever is given opportunity, you could see he can deliver very well.
Until no year come out, you said Terry J. And also game back across Vision BBNE Gold Stars. And Edmond Asante Edin Komo. Say we also was a ne omutimi share BBNE Gold Stars. Saying also the next 7
I think this week has been really hard for all of us, especially me. You know, playing against Bebiani is a big team, so we've really worked hard and then also ready for the game and then, you know, hoping to win the game. I mean, the players that we used last season isn't the same as this season, so I mean, we will try and then and do our best to win the game.
Santiago ye command Edmona Santiago Moderia to every match is a very much now. Young Apostle Free Pierre Bobaseko Stars FC Samates 11 Wonders Karela United Brekum Chelsea Hohoi United FC Swedo All Blacks Ediana Football Club Free Pierre Bobichem United na Monday Hatofok 4 p.m. Ebo Panda Out of Lions na Seren Rame Kedi Choni Ediana Abomodian ye to TBD Amomo supporters no mo amanone mo Ghana ha mo bibia se mandi no mo boy wo mo na o mehia se ne obebo modern at least wa me bi kra or to take it man ko for mako enum ede ko animu a ebebo na club no afa ne to apifra is an as nya flyer no de to so ne mo particular number bia o mo de ato a e momo line yesi twiama unuambra eno ne yidin eda so nti e sha se erifi Bechem United game no nyambo a weekend we local derby. And a maybe trying to look at one or one half, near chin, your one near half. And he's still Omushia Kranayana, no Dintinama 0249 801148 0249 801148. Tiazichi Amauni Ambra, and no, a need your Mondia Baba Rama, a Bohmane Makuyepa, Etimi Edi Emma Oneadia, the Diana, and no new policy or Modiaba. Ababe Ramo Club na so na sere mekere chono the gifted icon ye Roma akwa kodu the grand finale on the 19th October me pacho yina ye de ni ekọ akwa kochemu ewo Kingswood family edwina se C school hona na grand finale ne Ramo gifted icon ye hwan so ama na baba be kanipa no wotwe ti omudi no the 8 super finalist na omoto nyom no from the one no agirigina ma we na season 1 aye kama pa ye fefefe ti on the 19th October bosumi ye oni de to so du nkono and a final no eram no num pepepe na ya seti bibia bra na bra be support ukrom ni na ne onwene bra na bra be support nipa no no ofie nipa wo mantamu store ba na ye kai wo se auto nyum na aboje no so no na vote ne ko ye code ne star 920 star 55 hash star 920 star 55 hash e ba na waje ni code no wabo edi ashemu na warene na wo abedi kan no ye wo hyehye kama pe de mawa Februta rana up benye bi second rana up na aboa na ne ma de de ede amakwa wu ye ransom a wodo na ya bomode area tuja no na ye nhwe kakra ye nramu kakra
wagu onze le asafu duku voice na boy no
yeah
young start again head away and 11 form.
Yeah.
We are like bare 8 days away to the game no. Already can win the operations. Work for the can win the operations.
Yeah.
Because OT sem now the asafu ku kan di in church mu no de mana. Nanka kotokofo ni benya ni yi mu a anaka fo ni benya nan komo beba. Aba be hwe nioma nim. Ahusa ampa nioma hyehye yi nioma ekoyi before say o metimi accept ya o ma accept. But now pressure so free work hoba. Say they want to make their plans. They want to know. So omo ba Kumasi, so omo go Accra. Intine so omo ye no mu decide at the end 10 times so. And it's the more reason why they decided to let the game be played at the Accra Sports Stadium. These guys they be abeka omo ni bo at the change sometimes. Omuwo nioma etima football no ekonanim echei eno masan fa ba we ka masan for two kwagu
amaza fa de
one for two two because kwagu we ni 10 no ba be kwagu but on a normal day say give me do we be do nko on a normal day regardless be ye boni bia kwagu work what it takes to win against Kumana that go ba bia ye boni bia say bi ye bona da ko ja chekura. They have what it takes to win against Kotoko. But it do what here, it be there no home come. Kwaku, you see, the 17-year-old boy being a kodi born.
Yeah.
Me personally, me who you know, na me need issues with it. Because me him so was 17 years. Because we saw him in the CAF school games and officiated the final game between Senegal and Tanzania.
Yeah.
He did a good job. Until now, many issues with it. And knowing that many will be our football administrator didn't come concerning the Academy young referees. They are referees that they won't allow you to compromise them. And if that is how they are going to continue with Omodman on Babayana Kwaku, is going to help you in football. No? Because Makwaku, who because many football administrators didn't go on, or catch them say they offered Academy young referee back who say on major lunch. A branch and say one pay only.
Academy young football.
I only was only okay. But park no mbebo was no. Omuko hu say a tenant to be akoto ne bayra ya toto ne kokko ne nkatia wodi. That means nanya say now e common no, but he rejected an offer from the club officials. I've seen a referee at a venue where club official no we call na general manager or no referee nam referee 12 ani anu otua the referee be dibia na otua ka omu yomi ne sanante omu me so omu ye force omu nya ne sanante koye kwaku krom ha na e won so obi sansuo cap ma sachet water ba ko so otoma wa na se duru ma bi no hiam wa kwaku nipa ye nipa ni sa woni nkaye nti me I've always had problems with omu say okwa home team ne show ne ade so wo hwa me ne kodu ba bi na say me push you kitua bi for you to get a result that go me push you
yeah
but me sure say mpanifo ne mrante we modi nkomo say reject kwaku komba omema na duane papa di obe bia ontua o but also that we reject and me test and I was like okay if the son no be any there then ombe wo bright future nto omo appointed no I was happy say okwa di game no kwaku ensem no maka fa no ho now omama na ye clear so 17-year-old na oye minor. And I saw something at a place where nobody suggested say the game result can be declared null and void if Abanton did give it because he's a minor. I don't know much into it. But I don't know some amount of worker. Said American or more pointing the first no many issues, but now all I clear so a 17-year-old. And you know, Okodina match anymore. People will look at him with that eye. He's a young guy, he's a young chap. And people will try to influence him or intimidate him. But the little psychology that I did at school, it do Samria a disastrous. Do you know why? Usa ampa place na be dina park na so mo ba park na so that material time no nano. If you on the be akola wo. But on the final say on the field of play. In December say okay Usa. Now you're intimidating. The only thing and the defensive mechanism he can use is to flash out the card. One way you pay a panic card no debama. Because banner so now you say you are giving him that intimidation and you pay or a card or a flash a card no anyhow because he want to step and stamp the authority on the game. That is a disastrous approach. In Panivonu let's go there, let's intimidate him. Do you think that a decision about na kotoko nyai bi ABOU bi kwa ko bona fa obi na brand we age na code carry me to air shout. This guy can go there and flash the card.
Oh, you know Ankra we no minimum no man show. Omubu ade pa bo modjuma no omubu ade.
Me no ye.
We mo minimum.
Me no
omubu ade pa bo modjuma no omubu.
Me no
obeyi wa fi.
Kwaku me no ya adwin ba bia free ba no. But at the point where emotions are high, no ma air course and you know somebody in front of you we may say European football the same thing the course, but the more understanding of the game near far different and better than the Yenwaha. Me, my opinion. So I make a more pointing first, not many issues. But the fact that they've made it clear, they've made no 17-year-old. I know you say is it go. No. So when you film the way you film from Kudibono.
And no issue no for from that point, a local derby. Kobo is a big team playing against nation. Maybe I could come far win. Nana the small guy we call. May my encounter over 3 times, and I wanted to know referees in playing for him. Say training men on the mass and crowd.
I'm training down.
Oh my show, I crowd on any day. Say I know people say, "Oh my job will never be there." Kogo was had it. I'm much made offer to the good one. You show your whining now. Some crowd we don't know. Say to say the number as a can will make you referee now. I bet you said the next 3-4 years on Ghana by a referee now.
They been the best of referees.
Almost love you.
Dabi.
Omo ka wasem no kra na ba ku bi de kra ho ni di na mi refi. Oba no otimi chose kowachi.
Yes.
Unta wachi no otimi chose kowachi e ma me kowachi.
Ya point to omo a oye referee team rep. Now friend na they report you.
Oh na so be report o ma me.
Oh friend na they report. So me omo appointed no. Na mani age because this is the time for Kotoko to win at Abraham Kese.
Match no do but me I still trust them.
Me trust no. But the way I'm a 17-year-old. 17-year-old. That is the problem that me work in this game. But I think that he will do a good job.
There were issues we had to say big match is here. Things your referees in paying for the people or more 1 point here. We know your name ya catch or mama issue. Only that's why any man appointment say match win our Kudia. That week you go your name or answer our Kudia.
Of course.
Every say the phone no crampo no. And men on no about it in Zizi. Now me and Sam and no Moshiano. Sam Crowy. So we are papa crana a coach. No jina touch line. Now my we are the not deserve also my car. Or probably you were free.
Kwaku, it's a me personally in American. It's a game that if Kotoko and Timmy win here now, let me say
Obeshe nations in Abeshe.
Anytime be able to beat my nations. Kwaku, looking at the problems nations womb. Kwaku, you can't football. No, football is about consistency. If you look at nations team now, quality now near woman more and so to me from maybe 5 players or so and so to me from team. So it's a game that and Kotoko stand a better chance of making here winning. And for the first time since Kotoko, any nations there is nothing like internal problems or Kotoko. Kotoko ni nations it's either an internal problem at Kotoko, issues in the club. And I say, yes, say player B, I see, and I saw Bentia, I say, coach, any players with problem. Say, I Kotoko team into a mocha, na nation, do not from a proper position. But today, as we speak, and there is nothing like that sort in Kotoko's camp. Everything seems to be cool. A united front, against my friend Nations FC. This is the better day for Kotoko to win against Nations FC. Wow. So Kotoko and Timmy and Nations in there. I'm not saying it's going to be an easy game. But I said their target is to win the league. Now coach Karim to Akase on the Heart of Lions about draw into the team neck point. This is a perfect place to go and pick that 2 points. Anything that they win in this game, me a BM1 for Kotoko BM1. Coach Kasi Menga is under a lot of pressure. Reports are in that Olusu game we are and had a team no ever permanent in every year or more and so team. But Kwaku, that shouldn't scare Kumasa Santo Kotoko. And no need can say in any way a Bokotoku who say Kotoko any nation say boy now Kotoko intimi Kotoko have far performance now. He needs a good performance they are giving, how they are playing, and looking at the momentum and everything. Kotoko need to win this game. I don't want to talk about tactics. You see, when it comes to Ghanaian games, I pass the ball near Bob 10-15 minutes at tactics. Sometimes a film, a couple players know on the field how you are going to do things. And today, Kotoko stand a better chance of making winning game way. Now Kotoko and Timmy winning game we are. MON-FRI question say any game no me win better. This is a team that last season was share Kotoko 2 or Kotoko Fie, and share Kotoko 2 baby and Omiko Boy. Into mattress or moody Kotoko any or mattress or Kotoko both games about Kotoko Muzampa the good side. Today they need to go into this game and make sure say they are having all of the 3 points. It will build their confidence. It will give their supporters something to cheer about. It will give their supporters something to know. So this is a different team. This is a team that we've seen them say they are trying to do everything humanly possible to make sure say they are doing it. And today is the day Kotoko must win this game. If almost a league not title. If you want to win the league, you win at a year places where a whole thing. And to look at Kotoko winning the league, I think it's 4 years ago under coach Prosperity Tugum. They won at Doma, a place that no we need that. They won at a year Bebiani Dance Park. They won at a year in St. Park. So These are places that are very difficult for team to win there. But because you wanted to win the league and intentions here clear, no, you went there and you won. So this is another place that is very dangerous for team to win there, and particularly for Asante Kotoko, they can't really win against nations to talk about winning here. But today, if you want to win the league, these are grounds that you go there and you get all of the points. They need to go there and do the job. Coach Karim Dito should be rotating the team now. Some of the players in there need to get some minutes.
And you're too early.
There is nothing like too early.
No, but I'm feeling a ball. Or more normal ball. There's a 3 matches. Or 4-4 in the league. Same team they competing. There were calf interclass competition. Or ball bad me anyway. Or ball. Maybe who is they are qualified to the group stages. Or who we know so you're too early. Open league.
There is a player in Kotoko's setup. He is Kotoko's captain. So what shall now ni now shall last season now. This season or Bobo Nona a transfer staff no cold room 50-68 minutes where you could see say fatigue is in. Or say Descartes was our area more. Whoever will go and watch Kotoko's game. The game against Heart of Lions, he was yellow carded. The game against Air Gold Stars, he was yellow carded. Correct time to the yellow card. No? And since Kotoko ball last season, they've been playing. He's been playing games. You could see that the guy is tired. So he's not even giving up the performance we know as Samba de Maye. Why Kotoko Nibia just watch Samba? He's not the Samba we used to know. He's not the Samba we used to know. That is football for you. And from last season, Bobo Nessa, the Bia full 90, the Bia full 90. Coach Karen to a credible player that they can give. If not the same performance he's giving, they can give up to 80% of what somebody but table. You give him rest because on a normal day he is your trusted center back. Give him rest in some games. It's only normal. You give him rest. But this game, all rest now. You do got some about it. You come into the midfield. Because one who say or Koba be no per se will have stability on Infinity or the sum about Infinity. The sum of yes, surge money we are in the subsequent games on giving a rest because it will dialogue cars to do. And so because I have to move as a breaker current what he needs rest. Last is wow, you're resting giving people some time to also play.
Ghana winning there's no like Ghana match.
A more thing, but we need to win. A tough match.
I was we won there.
And yes, is out.
I go for the winning match. But what Ghana did say you qualify. It's almost support to watch.
Everyone say Thanksgiving.
Does that we know go margin?
When you go margin, I said DIABY. When you go margin,
so yeah, no, I know I saw referee. So
I didn't know we are no in the year. Now we in the year until we no find move beyond function to say Thanksgiving as seminar and until spectators and stadium and support to Black Stars. There be we any Thanksgiving as on for first 11 normal ball against Central African Republic and on for Monshasi after first half you goose no ba na anymore a branch no bomb medium and on for them no be be send or man on the first game against Central African Republic, and I believe say a corner side ma coach to Adwa. Then after the match then you can say yeah GNE what does it, but to say dear it is not a Thanksgiving game. The match against Comoros, no, it is not a Thanksgiving game. The last time you show on the so Comoros, if the Comoros person would do me use this particular game, no, they do. And I said, South African game against Zimbabwe, right? On Zimbabwe for now, our tasso. So on Trima South Africa and Shannon man qualify. And definitely, on years are there, no, and no check on group, the South African question in last game, one your own a bad thing. So, if you have cramp away the Benin crack away,
as a Benin question Nigeria, a difficult. That many dates in Nigeria.
Benin to Nigeria.
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah, for so many drama. Many drama. I in your group, you know. They said South Africa for still our chance.
Okay.
Okay. Rwanda for us in Bopa.
Also in Bopa.
That was Zimbabwe game no more South Africa.
Yo, you see. So that's what I'm saying. Say sanity. The moment this our mentality in the dream, that players ne be complacent. Because we've seen Ghana Black Stars players they've been complacent over the group of Mukutum when we were playing the AFCON qualifiers. Her group in Kotum, no. Why pioneer him say Ghana be free? Why name him Niger, Sudan, Ghana, Angola, Ghana. There be. But then we had a particular complacency ebe fine together with the coach and even with the players and Obusia Kainama Black Star at that time. And we are still having that same players. About 70% of them are MON-FRI AFCON. No? Almost any able qualifiers now to me airborne money at that top. No? So what I'm trying to say is watching a game, no, Ghanaians should understand. Just like what the minister said, many are doing.
Young qualifier.
In qualifier, and Kasam in Kiabo African national teams or my qualifying FIFA, they are better on website that FIFA declare and say Ghana Black Stars officially ma qualify the Kwakobo World Cup. But yeah, boy, last game year determined with Comoros ne day. Definitely, we have to win against Comoros, and that kind of seriousness, that kind of discipline. Boys need to go against Central African Republic, you know. They should have that kind of seriousness. They should have that discipline. Also matching up against Comoros. Me didn't come and be brainer kase coach Utuado and your unknown in Modembo. Na a players individual, quality players individual brilliance. And it me Ghana Black Stars a share Central African Republic 5 goals to nil. Many problem. Say a player individual brilliance, so say a coach identity, say a coach tactics, so everything be a one kasamobe can be ano. The players no together with the coach. Konya Black Stars for share Central African Republic no. MON-FRI Konya now so and share against Comoros. Then we can boldly say Ghana has qualified. But as we speak right now, Madagascar also question the last match. We can't afford to lose against Comoros. See, I know say head to head we will be over Madagascar, but then that's not what we want. We want to win against Comoros because with Comoros we have unsettled issues with Comoros, and this game is a revenge game. And they will also try as much as possible to come in and also try to stay consistent with their performance with Ghana Blacks. But we ain't Kwaya Comoros for the Afaso during the AFCON and doing some of the matches with Comoros. And here in Kwaya for so this is a revenge game. I have against Comoros. Until more be unfortunately three say a Thanksgiving service. Naku to the three don't cost some No. We want the first starting 11. And Kwano Bosha against Central African Republic, no. Jenusu Sankra na fambo against Comoros Ewokruma. And I believe say you about 19 minutes in the baby, you know. Kwanya first says Central African Republic, no. I know say Kwanya now so Ghana Black Stars will win against Comoros. Need a bookie ticket for the FIFA World Cup. But DIABY na enona mi tie nkomo bi na utie nkomo na eba na referee against Kotoko against Nation no. One will say this is the maximum timer. I will say you keep your referees clean. Not a day or two. And a yente referees in Penifono Mudi matches yente binka. I'm not saying the yente or monka in a positive way, but you better referees deal with Kumhebian a negative way. That was the reason why. See, Semeka Keta Sema, the Mekas and the administration no Wafili, and he doesn't even deserve the third term. But one particular policy or the other, to me, I believe say a beboa Ghana football, especially with the refereeing system that we have in our country, is the cut them young or the buy. And attending most of these referees, in fact, even Anya Ghana Premier League, that's in Division 1 games. That's a coast games. Now even some of the normal traditional games, your boy society. Now who's a cut them young referees. The matches are. Me who that kind of resilient. Me who that kind of discipline. Me who referees, young referees are. They've been well trained. Omu training Juma. What I say. Now, if you want to put these particular referees on big platforms, these are some of the matches are. You bet me tested. Omu discipline and omu training. A Koroma Faswa, Nimdio Menya, with your referee school in normal core education, no menya no. These are some of the games they bit to tested. But these are games we air tested how they will perform. No, it is also a risk factor. So, two sides of the coin. we can have the good aspect of these kind of referees. As a 17-year-old boy, obedi a match between Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Nations FC. These are two big clubs in Ghana, especially in Kumasi. And for all you know, aside football now, Kumasi Asante Kotoko Ekwa Kobono. Nations FC ni Kumasi Asante Kotoko, I don't say it's all on Tokwa, but they have that kind of silent rivalry between these two football clubs. Check it. I mean, Dr. Chi, the days at Kotoko, and the point of us who free Kotoko, all free Kotoko, no, and in the same brain the buy, or no the problems with an eye Ponza, the problem that he had with the board members, and some of the problems with the Kumasi Asante Kotoko supporters, especially with the NCC chairman, and Sana Ofi, so Akko Echi. Okoteki Nations FC, you know, we've seen what he has been able to do. Even in Komo Breba say Abrankasi Sports Stadium no crampono or toy purposely send called the Makotoko used as the home ground. So we saw what he did with Kotoko, and some of the people also believe say Koya Fasu free Kotoko no in Cheye. That's the reason why say Kotoko kwa Kushen Nations FC in any match you see that kind of any break. Any that kind of I say Spanish La Liga unkro free idea come as me. Go Madrid. And remember the book game who's winning Bobo. So Nations say when they are meeting against Kotoko, when you bring that kind of anxiety, say they want to play against Kotoko. That makes me think, say officially, you wouldn't see that kind of rivalry, but then there is a silent rivalry between these two football clubs. That is outside the match. Now into the match. Say Kotoko abo quite number of games this season. That's almost 8 points, right? Now check it, say almost person almost did this, or that's almost share against Nation FC, and they have a match also against that Moroccan club. It's pressure that Kotoko. They have to deliver with Nations FC and at the same time deliver with WAC. Pressure the almost. Checking Nations FC in Suswa this season, and one also airborne in here. All those they've sold close to about 5, just like Varus was saying, 5 left from their football club, and almost lose most of the matches this particular season. And almost coach Kasim Mengel has not been the best coach in him from last season. So also pressure also. Now at this particular moment, look at the match, you know. In common made from these two football clubs, not check Nippon or Kwakuji to calm situation down. Or was our experience, you know? And any question you be say, or was our experience? Any problem? Say you cut them young referee system, no idea, no. And I hear promote to these referees. I'm more in Yinaso. Near sell move very well to the football. At this crucial moment, no, can he deliver? 17-year-old boy.
Let me ask a question.
Besame.
My who is there? Na barase come also. I don't know. Akra we more. O my ye if you know pa. Then you akra ni di this amateur. Yeah. The question number 1. Kotoko matches. And our big matches in do Ghana. You didn't feel it. You know number 1. You know you're an older.
It will be over. Infinity.
Number 2. Get a money for being experience.
Such matches we see.
Number 3. We age money a chairman winner, no experience and our Usam. Now we are cool anymore and our experience.
Yeah, but you may be on my. Okay. Ejuma wino. Especially with referee, no. Who call him now when you experience more.
Team about. Say, me calls and I started my radio job. I'm of 15-16 years, and I've been in till then. So be who TV so DIABY, you know, Shazi or yeah. About I would make a whatever, and you're in and out. Yeah, you will call the damn boss. Honorable Regan Kofiasuma, as Francis head of sports asset. Say at that time, well, criticism I mean you. Yeah. Because my show now we start and so now they no in PhD order. Could answer. Yeah, could answer. Now we start for now Kuniba no teacher. No child will become freeman, trained teacher. Now we big personalities are. Then I mean a schoolboy and then I feel I'm OSS1 say no more. Bi mu chro ma de bi mu kwachra de me you obi ana me ni ejuma no chre ma de o school mu but now maybe we still on the show. Mind you, me, I'm not against decision in some of work, but what could no create a man say. Fine, I can't make me a mistake to several psychological issues. But yeah, you enjoy some man experience on Koku, and you win on your Jumana, we are not the experience. I should have made what you but show my bashes are crowded. Made a crack coming quan, Comoma, yeah, me and American, me a coming quan. So, sometimes you chrome and yeah, no tell about disaster questions there. Yeah. Until now, there one can say, oh, you were 16, you know, me near you did that. Me near 45 for my years. Yeah,
and you learn on the job. You learn on the job. Your mistakes. Your mistakes no are correct. Experience.
I don't think that the first time or maybe a Premier League side game. ABI the Premier League it me the first time. But I'm going to move the FA Cup matches. Or the Premier matches. What the games? Division 1 matches on Premier League in Super Ever you know. Yeah. Say I have answered to the Tamale City ball. Now I'm putting points are.
Me issue am why you say I am na no na ye no pay. No, but because me I believe in you give you opportunity to nkwala.
I don't you think say do be there kwa be club of interest in yes.
Of course.
I'm sure the whole friend of our and also very reported.
View. Untimi friend no.
And Osho Mumudin come on the pound so Kotoko. Kotoko ni dim nko.
No, but say you my so in jai. Omo
pass na se we be di game no favor.
So
omo pass Kotoko for no omo complain
Kotoko for na e complain Kotoko for na e.
Omo so you don't gain an experience all through them. My way, yes, certainly a poor chroma. Hey, hi, baby, we are what shall you do? This are crowdy, a no cacrabi corner. No, we never far by. A bit taking how many years, no, they can't ever call you salad.
A bit taking normal years. But now, me say it is very good sending a walk. Tell me, I say Ghana, we take a risk. Right now, no, see, I'm not good. The good positive aspect of it is so to meet the bony cleaner. We will give him the one here a super clash and never so some could me a man that go ahead no but uncle ye that's what take some decision be that's a some mistakes be back between Kotokoni and you see you be prisoner but then opportunity will be any or no one casano hono say be motivate no so better cause we stay consistent with that performance no and only here because incredible say you know omuye make us say there comes few. You hear Lamine Yamal at the age of Lamine Yamal. Players do say now rise at the age of Lamine Yamal must sustain.
You people always talk about like your policies in them be by in Europe. Money here, monsieur, my be baha. Nama kasa na guno. Make I time I could talk for kofa pita mi duakwa. One boy no crowd is somewhere. Hey, na koto continue. Na yemfa nkrambo na nkrambo kotoko and then repeat abi do akwa so more way Manso we are moving for ya ku animo da bi akwakuka your name bu a ye dey share team wa bibi ma enu na eku ye no na rafiti by for me di match zinti emu ona mo nya kra na me modi nkonya ase no like sometimes no kwaku me o adibu wona mi hu a da bi am kan de o ye bi akwaku it's all like that. Ghana wa yamo enu na eku ye
na referee obedi omni go style so obo mo di na tem so wani
ono nya pen
wo di na tem
ai wara for the child
bulu
oye fifa referee
o de bi omo di na de bi omo ye lo
so you might show sometimes where you are moving to the dia to surface na ogu ana kokko be club na obe ton player just want them for premier or na
is what to the stage
third division for no abenya links e be fa the player ni free Ghana me e dena ko e ko duru wa kuya mo muskari aka che players e o ma na o papa e le o mo betan buchi ni o mo nkasa ba first no you so for the be fa hasana
kotoko
no my so ya ko ya ni mo
GFA na nkasa hu say referees be bring e kroma no mabon
of course they
know FA president and no podium so
they know
what can I say
omo refreshing course
they know
e be try 4 out of 100 what is our news? Refreshing course now. What's in 2 weeks now?
Oh, your mistake. Let's get Jaman.
Oh, he's a good referee.
Oh, your mistake.
He's a good referee.
Sometimes We should stop those things. Experience and try them in
No.
and one who hear you. Now,
Me agency am I in for 10 years.
Yeah. Maybe my should say be around 20 years.
Who feel saying?
But I platform, maybe I'm a somebody, I'm a corner and Kufiasma, head of sports and city, Alatula, Asempa, Alatula, Denis Asamoah Asempa, Omo, Prince Amako Binabo, the dear woman of Captain Kodamo.
Yeah.
Don't do that Captain Kodamo administrator.
I'm chair, you like how as a dance of
yeah, so like sometimes on the job, it's not like you are my farmer fair for Obama Macassan, what all TV set and what you are. You never be the year period. I remember the weekend, you know, Obama, why you papa. Na ye call to do it in Antoine, na wafre, na wabomote, etini, Edward Channel, etini, abana, yako, ye, na tuano, adidadi. Meba kola, what would you call the enemy be our free?
Yeah, some doing a cassette of Boise. And the Asante supporters, yes, there will be a Milana in Timkofa, a Ponso, a Blancasi, because nation Omata is watching. Chepesene de itimije points na Africa no so no ni nyina se uma ma ya mo baba ya la yeso mo se yenko enkran ya se nyame se kotoko betimi qualify a ye betimi a shebe 3-4 je dem paibo ne de tam team ne mandibet ni nyina echi timi damase ni moduma pa
ate heme so me da aseme na me mfa foforo na yenko yenim call out any baby afrefi yeah call out any baby afrefi man so kakra ma me pacho
FM
me pacho mi tu mi na
otokoma che de wish de mi ba pacho person bisa se the team okruma ya de kruma 8 mai ana
o depend team no baby a fi ba ne ade no ya na depend team no na hyase no so muzi about team de kra Ghana na zo nya nkru ni mani bi wo no munya playing time and no so kra no eboa boost we no support ni mani amakoye
okay and some things pay for the afia on some buffets you say team no boys no mo ko minimum no bo mo for mo ko fa away for ba we mo de ma away for the bonus so any into support na much and some things pay for mo na amunya sa ni man that's
it's na mo ye no on FM on support o mo no mo nye be ba to die de baby afrefi kola hello kola atemenka
hello betonka good morning
me ba jo mon check you on your rich me pa udi no ne baby akasafi
so your friend said watch the cassette man that on
me ba jo meet you
anope me mamu moni adwuma any good analysis amode mayin na omedo panelist no na o kadidi about kotokone work no e match no ba meaning our the research there so what was kotoko Ghana happen there because the meaning say o na say confederation cup no free and some of baba yara ba kotoko every need 2-1 the other day but away go who and you free mo ma mo je ba kotoko what can say Ghana had that. So I guess we answered the I don't know. But all the same, no mama at my palm way. The best nations in Canada, but then a Ghana Premier League. Aha, no, so twice I can't I don't know. Get up myself, I didn't come home.
I'll say, Mammy, and I'm in far for floor. About Joe, oh, dear, baby, our free.
Hello.
Here's our Dini baby, our free.
But indeed, DJ, and once it's
I don't with you.
Bob is not Basapa. When you're Jumana Ebefa.
Mati, DJ, made us a mirror and I'm in far for floor. About Joe, dear, baby, our free. Hello, call out to Menka. Yeah, call out to Menka. Yeah, low out TV set on 19 I call her. Otemenka. Hello, call Atemenka. Mammy and I'm in coming him now, I'm in far for na. yen konembo na ne madari me ba jo die ne baby alfrefi hello yes sir udi ni baby alfrefi kola temenka
hello
mama fa for fra be ba jo die ne baby alfrefi
e fix the blue say born there sanity udi ana unya experience yo munja akra no ntinu ko ye na adwuma we say wa la kan be go afa no bit man we ne tamati pa
mate ma me hwe na me fa foforo na yenye na yenko yenim kola odi ani baby alfrefi
hello good morning
morning sir Junior Abu Dhabi oh yeah Junior bibi akọ kama de
bibi akọ kama ba
na we no so na na we no so say akọ kama de
akọ kama
oh okay mate ya techi bibi abe
Ghana ma chọchara bibi say 4-0 Ghana better 4
mate me da se pa mamere na me fa fofo me enko ye ni me pa cho die ni baby alfrefi
na biti crapor was wanchi
me ba cho me ti o
ewo wanchi honu na ile se supporters poli na ebeka obibia
ba cho udi any baby alfrefi
hello
yes udi ni baby alfrefi ma one so kakra ma me pacho
bukeli ma ngwa so udi mbele kunu te da se na me pa mo bo
se
tere mo bi kan na ka ko supporters na mu data do experience ni yeli dem ti obedenya so we free one man set not if you want to do match obedenya experience no tas good international obedenya have to fly on quality any experience I don't know munja na ka make it special for national so focus to people dem dey blast I share for why they will know that's the same thing
Hozo ni nyamentra ye fa foforo odi ani baby alfrefi
ina sa ni na samanta ti enok ni
odi ani baby alfrefi
Sami enok
komitio
ana me kan say blasters amu fast squad ni nyina amu first level no embobo na nyesa amu ka say amu san squad na ebe san how nti amu fast squad no first one na enko game anyesa mo matio
mate ma me ko manim na me hweda me fa foforo ne yenye na yempija ye mo me fa ba ko mi no bi twato be ba do odi ni baby alfrefi
Pedro Anto. Pedro Bokumat.
Tio.
Bacho.
All right, ma me fa ba ko pe twato na me nyempija me pa to odi ni baby alfrefi
Daniel.
Me tio minia.
Me kate.
Ya fa pe mais o yako
na mamema bafo century Sebastian mamema ne busuafo nyina hyeden se wotimi free mu e okwan a se ya pa ya na wiase no abrabọ na ebebu obi mre no so na ebekọ ba kwan be fa so ebekọ no eno ne asema ya na tembia ya na ya edemai ba menchia abrante shawama yes uti yen abrante mchacha menim say wi ya so be ba
nze na ayi no ka uwie were de kwa wu are wo de ka shawama mo
na bra shawama uwie were di we are ready.
The maestro. Oh, baby. See, abrante on me no appointment in the referee.
No be a yidi o round there. O go be shawama.
Baby o. Enye shawama
wu. Ogani, ya kwa ma we bishop Abiato so. Bishop Bevi.
Bishop.
Aduama stars. Bishop Atapuku. Happy birthday, Kwefa Wachava. Now we shall papa.
Gagu.
Yeah.
Man we on say nas mami family cars and chira me chama. On say on 3 stages and on 3 counts and what touch my life.
Oh, okay.
What touch my life for class because he was my lecturer.
Yeah.
What touch my life for class. What touch my life for Juma Wimu. And what touch my life outside class and so.
Oh,
okay. Some 2 coin party and nam coins one naju dazu and my papa we are. So okay. I
be so.
Yes, many papa in a tire business. Your kota kwa ye fahani but he's a woman. Intene na wada sa anniversary na happy birthday. Nyame hira no nya ne kese to de nsa be ka be yen hira. Ade ba akwa me srema na pae ahobamo ne ahode edi twika because ko obia ne opeka atwiche me papa yi. Opekwantuo 99 so de e odi opepa. Ndina wo mo na ahode wo na wo ban da bia ba be ku bia wo be duru fia so biem na be bia ntime nya kama. Me sure say e de nya ne na as be hu no.
Yeah. Long job, happy birthday, Grandpa. Now, and if you get on our Baba Farming Pie and it's a first season, I officially of Edge League,
Aqua Africa,
now Aqua Africa, now Korea lost. And Muzana Oshijama, la and the team no, the same way at Denia, the Yamisha, our mom, Patin, Quam, or the Monadio Pivia, and Ram Kamakapa, and Fama Joe Biabacachi Bishop.
Say, next 4 years, Doma Central. Or no the neighbor.
Okay.
A bumpire is a baby muso de amano. Because they don't have one penny and say 2028 of the facility in their mom.
Okay. Mantia, I don't predict you'll be around Musuye. You ever say she had Namebois Monday. Na Yamadi, the year prates made a mobile. So after 100 days, and Yami Roma.